Miss Parrish, Miss Williams is your sister.
Yes.
Older sister, younger sister?
Older.
How old are you?
21.
And you?
23.
You claim a loan to your sister.
Yes.
A loan that you gave her $400 in March of this year.
Yes.
You needed something for rent or her bills or whatever. It's really not urgently important because Miss Williams acknowledges that you made a loan to her in the amount of $400 in March, correct?
Right.
So you needed money, you asked your sister, she helped you.
Yes.
You didn't pay her back in March, didn't pay her back in April.
No.
Right? And didn't pay her back in May. Your defense to this is that your sister vandalized your car.
Yes.
She vandalized your car with a rock. She got angry with you. You'll tell me about it. And you have a counterclaim. Your counterclaim is for the damage to your car. I'm sure you have pictures and an estimate, and that the damage far exceeds the amount of the loan.
Right.
Okay. We know that you are owed $400. Do you remember this incident that your sister is talking about in May?
Yes.
And that was towards the end of May of this year?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what date it took place?
The 27th?
Why don't you tell me what happened?
Well, she came up to my boyfriend's house and like she was honking, and then I went outside and then she came at me because me and her boyfriend kissed at a party, and she pushed me, like I got out of the way, and then she picked up a rock and tried to throw it at me, and then I moved and she hit her own car.
So she picked up a rock and threw it at you, and you say she caused the damage to her own car.
Yes.
Listen.
That doesn't make any sense. I was standing by my car, so how would I have thrown the rock in my own car?
So tell me what happened.
When I got out, she came over there. We're arguing back and forth.
She came over to...
She walked like toward the car. She was standing like by the driveway.
Okay. You went to her house.
Her boyfriend's house.
Where she was staying.
Right.
And you knew that she was there. What did you go there for?
To confront her for what she did.
Well, you didn't see what she did, but I assume you heard what she did.
My boyfriend admitted to it. So that's why I went over there to confront her.
So you went over to your kid sister's house because you thought she was fooling around with your boyfriend, who confessed to you that he was fooling around with your sister.
Right.
By the way, what did you say or do to your boyfriend?
Well, that's a different story. We got into it before I went over there. But at the end of the day, that's my sister, so I would have took more from her. So that's why I went to go confront her.
Well, that's true. So you expect nothing from your boyfriend so that you're not disappointed.
I was more than disappointed with him, but I was more disappointed with her because that's my sister.
I don't disagree with you. I think that that's probably logical, that you would expect more from your sister than you would do from a boy. Because how old are you? No morals. They think with a different organ than most people. But I can understand it. So you went over there to your sister's house where she was staying, and you drove there. What did you do?
I started honking the horn, and then she came out. And
so she came out of the house, and you are where?
By my car. I walked around it, so I'm by the back door.
And then what happened?
We're going back and forth, yelling, calling each other names. She got mad because I told her that I would sleep with her boyfriend because of what she did. So that's when she threw the rock. And I ducked, well, not ducked, but moved out the way, and then it hit the car.
Well, you really didn't mean that when you said that.
No, I wouldn't.
Because that would be really stupid.
Yeah.
Then you would be the fool, right?
Right.
Have you spoken to each other since?
No.
Okay. Can I see photographs of the car, please? What kind of rock caused this damage?
Like a little boulder. It was like a large rock. Like there's like a little garden and there's rocks around it, and that's the one she grabbed.
Do you have an estimate for fixing it?
Yeah.
$816. Minus $400 is $416. So you lost the loan, and she's getting her car fixed. Judgment on the counterclaim in the amount of $416. We're finished. Thank you. Ms. McClendon, I'm going to start with you. You and Miss Morgan worked together. Is that how you met?
Yes, ma'am.
And you needed a place to stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you need a place to stay?
I was currently staying in a hotel, and I couldn't afford to keep staying there.
How much were you paying at the hotel?
$1,300 a month.
And how much were you earning?
I get anywhere from I'm a server, so it really depends.
Got it. And Miss Morgan worked at the same place? She offered you to come to stay with her, and you would split the rent. There were just the two of you there?
No, ma'am. In the beginning, she offered to help.
Listen. She doesn't know you other than both being a server at a restaurant, right? So why would she? I mean, you're not her sister, you're not her cousin, you're not her niece, you're not anybody to her other than somebody who she knew from work, who was paying $1,300 a month in a hotel, who couldn't afford it.
Yes, ma'am.
And she had an apartment. She lived alone?
She didn't have anywhere at that moment.
No. Was she living alone?
Mm-hmm.
So she was living alone. And how many bedrooms are in her apartment?
2.
2. Easy. Come and move in with me. We'll split the rent. How much was the rent?
$650.
In total?
Yes, every month.
So $650 cut in half, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So your share of the rent would have been $325.
Yes, ma'am.
As opposed to $1,300. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. When did you move in?
About the middle of September 2016.
September 16th to be exact.
And when did you move out?
December the 20th, 2016.
The 21st.
Don't shout out again, otherwise I'm going to just dismiss your case. September to October, October to November, November to December. 3 months. How many times did you pay her rent?
3.
How much did you give her each month?
$325 for rent, and it varied each month as far as.
No,
the
so you paid her
utilities.
$325 each month for rent, September to October, October to November, November to December. Is that true?
No, ma'am.
Of course not, because you don't even say that in your answer. Because you say, about a month after I was staying there, Paige asked me to pay half of the rent, which I did. That was a month later. So you lived there 3 months, but according to your answer, you only paid rent for 2 months.
Yes, ma'am. In the beginning, she agreed to help me out. I told her that I can help out with what I can, but I didn't give. We didn't have a.
So you didn't pay rent for 1 month. So
I
you
paid
didn't
every
pay
month I was there.
You didn't pay. I asked you 2 seconds ago. I said, how many months did you pay? You said, I paid $325 every month that I was there. But I remembered reading your answer, and your answer said that you didn't pay rent the first month you were there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay. Didn't work out. It didn't work out because of some internet bill. You had your boyfriend who was staying over. Is this your boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
So he was staying over, and he was using your computer and whatever. She was also supposed to contribute, according to you, to the cable bill. She didn't contribute to the cable bill. She said, I don't use a computer. So what you did was you took her off the account. Then you had a fight. You had a big fight. So far, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the big fight took place on December 20th or December 21st?
The 21st.
According to you, she damaged property. What did she damage?
The room that she had was completely furnished, and after she moved out, I went in there and she had ripped apart the bed. I'm not exactly sure what she did, but the frame, the footboard, everything was actually in the closet. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about the fight, Miss McClendon.
On the 20th, we had already had previous arguments. That was not the first big fight. We had one before where I came to her and asked her, if Drew's going to be living there, I feel like he should pay a third of the rent. And I don't have a TV. I don't watch TV. I don't feel like I should have to pay half of a cable bill. And she said, but you use the Wi-Fi. And I agreed. Yes, I do. And I will pay half of the Wi-Fi bill. I went online. I looked up how much their highest cable service was, which was $39.99. And I told her that I would pay half of that. But she told me that because it's a bundled deal, I still have to pay half of the
So that was
whole
what
bill.
the fight was about.
That's what started it, yes.
Okay, and then it escalated from there. Does your boyfriend still come over to visit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. What's your permanent address?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Your permanent address.
It's in Douglasville, Georgia. One road over from her. It's 29.
No, that's my address.
Oh, that's her address. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Very good.
I'm sorry. Yes, it's
Can I?
it's 30. It's 3865.
Your face just got really red, sir.
Yes,
You
yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm very nervous.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
We watch your show.
Jump.
We do.
She owes you so far $325 in rent for the 1 month that she was there that she didn't pay rent. She didn't pay $1,300 a month in the hotel. She owes you $325 a month in rent. Okay. Did you break the bed?
No, ma'am.
What did you do with the bed?
As she said, the room was completely furnished. I didn't have anything. And upon me moving in, she said, I have a bed in there. It's really old. It's my son's bed, but you could use it. It was really shaky. Even if you leaned on it, there's a board in the front that would fall off. So all I did is take it apart and put it aside. I put my mattresses on the floor so that I could just sleep on the floor.
And is that what you did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I believe you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next.
I'm sorry.
What else? She's not paying for the cable. She's not paying for the bed. She's paying you so far $325
Yes, ma'am.
for the month's rent that you didn't pay. What else?
Well, when she moved in, before she moved in, and I have proof on text messages, that I told her that it was going to be half of the rent and half of the bills.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. She's going to pay you $325 for rent. Are we done with that part?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, she's not paying for the cable. He pays for the cable. He pays for the cable. I believe her story about the bed. Now, what property do you say she took without permission?
All the linens, all the towels, everything that she used while she was in the house were mine. And then when she left, she took all of the sheets, the blankets, and I'm missing quite a few towels, so I can only assume that they were in her room.
Did you take these sheets and towels when you left?
No, ma'am, my bed was stripped when I came in. She even took my sheet that was on the bed and a pillow.
Okay, now I'm going to your counterclaim. Counterclaim is for the destruction of clothes and personal belongings and harassment. Go.
The first time that I left on the day that it happened.
You mean on the 21st of December?
Yes, ma'am. When I left that morning, I woke up. I had my best friend's son there with me, my godson. I woke up. I put him in the shower. I went back to my room. When I came out the room, immediately she came out because our rooms were right next to each other. She came out and she started, "Mr. Dan will be here at 10 o'clock. Do you have the rent?" I didn't say nothing to her because we'd already fought the night before. So I didn't say nothing to her. As I'm going into the bathroom.
Just a second. So she came out to you on December 21st.
That morning.
And she said to you, Mr. Dan is going to be here for the rent, which would have been the rent from December to January.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you said?
I didn't say anything because we were already arguing. I didn't want it to escalate.
So you said nothing.
I walked through the door because I was ignoring her. As I'm closing the door, I'm facing the wall. She literally football tackles through the door and it hit me in the back of the head. I did then turn around and I grabbed her by the face, pushed her backwards. I seen her glasses go up and then I stopped because I remembered that Kanan was in the shower and I told her to get out. I never said anything else to her. After that, she did leave. She left out, and I called her, my best friend, Nikki, immediately and asked her to come get me. I don't want to go to jail. I just want to get out of here. So I finished my shower. I grabbed, everything that I could grab. When I returned, the door lock to the door had been completely changed. I could not get in.
When did you return?
That night to get the rest of my stuff. I called the cops out to come out and escort me into the house. When I got in there, like I said, the bed had been stripped. All of my clothes had been spread out all over the floor. There were no towels in my stuff.
Just a second. Your clothes were spread out and?
All over the floor, and there was wet cereal dumped all over my clothes.
You have pictures?
No, ma'am, I did not take pictures.
You have a phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your phone have a camera?
Yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you take a picture of what it looked like?
I didn't take pictures because I honestly thought that after I left, I didn't have to deal with it anymore. I just wanted to be done.
Fine. Judging for the plaintiff, the amount of $325. We're finished. Thank you. Mr. Burns, this is your complaint. You had purchased a car.
Yes.
You were behind in the payments.
Yes.
Mr. Kimball owns a tow truck, and it is his job on behalf of lending institutions to repossess property that has not been paid for. So your car was parked either on the street or in your house.
Yes, in front of my house.
And this was September 25th last year. Neighbor came to you in your house and said, someone's taking your car. You got outside and you saw Mr. Kimball in his tow truck down the street with your car attached.
No.
Tell me where you saw his car.
I observed Mr. Kimball at the end, like a block away on the passenger side of my car, removing items. At the same time, I was talking to the police when the neighbor had came and got me. I live in a high crime neighborhood area, and first thing she said, it's a black tow truck, and they took your car and went and rode off.
So the car was attached to the tow truck?
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Now, at the time, you knew that you were behind in payments on the car.
Actually, I had spoken with the guy who...
At the time, you were behind in payments on the car. You acknowledged it.
Yes,
here.
I knew I owed some.
Right. So an intelligent man would know that if you were behind in payments on the car, they may come and get it. Not definitely, but they may come and get it. Well, that was what he was hired for. Who hired you to do this job?
Northwest Repossession.
Do you know who hired Northwest Repossession?
The company would be Quality Auto Sales.
Did you buy your car at Quality Auto Sales?
Yes.
Well, they're the people that hired his company to get their property back. So tell me what you did.
Okay, when I observed Mr. Kimball at the end of the block removing items, I caught him on the passenger side of my car. At the same time, I was talking to 911 because I figured my car was being stolen. I had spoke to the person who I previously bought the car from, and everything was fine.
I don't believe that. And you don't have that person here.
Okay.
Okay. Because the person that you bought the car from hired his company to repossess your car.
Okay, at the same time.
Okay. So now,
No.
just tell me what you did.
Okay, I talked to the police. I asked him who was he. He never identified who he was.
Just a second. I want to know what you did. You ran to the end of the block where he was.
No, we drove to the end of the block and I observed him.
Who drove?
My wife did.
So your wife drove in her car.
Yes.
To the end of the block. And then what did you do?
I was on the phone with 911, and I told them that I see the guy right
Just a
there.
second. I didn't ask you what you told anybody.
Okay, I
said,
didn't do
what
anything. I approached him and asked him who was he.
Just a second. So you approached him?
Yes.
Where was he when you approached him?
The passenger side of the car.
And what did he say to you?
He didn't say anything. He just got up and ran around to the driver's side of the tow truck. And by me living in a high crime neighborhood area, if he would have told me who he was, the situation would have been ended. He didn't identify himself or who he was or who had sent him. It's normally known in my neighborhood. I live in Chicago, high crime area, and they known for taking cars on tow trucks and driving off. You never find your car again. I asked him who was he. He never identified himself in a professional manner. So I proceeded to talk to the police. I'm like, he right here. He tried to run around and jump in the car. When he jumped in the tow truck, he tried to close the door, and I'm like, he never identified. I'm like, who are you? I'm steady asking him, who is he? He never said anything. So I'm telling the police, next thing I know, he put the truck in drive and almost hit me with the tow truck, so I had to grab on to the handle. It's a safety bar on the side of the tow truck. When he drove off, like in a high rate of speed. So I wasn't finna let him get out of my sight because he never identified himself. I feel if he would have identified himself.
I know that you said that already. What I'm hearing is, and reading,
Yes.
that you wrote, you jumped on the sideboard.
Yes.
Okay, you jumped on the sideboard and held onto the sideboard.
Yes.
And he was driving off.
Yes.
At a high rate of speed.
Yes.
And then what happened?
He veered on the south side of the street, crashing into some parked cars with me stuck in between the doors.
Now you tell me your version, because we'll get to what the lawsuit is about, because he filed charges against you for assault.
Yes.
You say that they were false. Now he's going to tell me his version of the events. Go.
Hi, Your Honor.
Okay, you were hired, that's your job, to repossess property that hasn't been paid for.
Correct.
You got an order to pick up his car.
Correct.
Start from there.
Okay, so I picked the vehicle up, Your Honor. About 7 blocks away, I secured the vehicle.
How many blocks away from his house?
About 7 blocks.
Go ahead.
So as I was securing the vehicle to my tow truck, Mr. Burns came up to me, and he was very defensive.
Don't tell me what you thought about his posture.
Okay, he asked me, what were you doing? What are you doing?
And what did you say?
I said, sir, your car's up for repossession. He said, the car's not up for repossession. He got aggressive, started coming towards me. I backed up. I kept backing up, and I went in my truck. He said, put the vehicle down before I beat your, excuse my language. I told him I can't put the vehicle down until I close the door. He did not want to hear that. He stood on the running board. I put the vehicle on drive because it was already secure. I started driving at a slow speed. And he grabbed onto the steering wheel, and then we had smacked into a car. Prior to this, before he had jumped on a running board, he hit me in my side about 2 or 3 times.
Where was he when he hit you in your side?
He's standing on the running board of the truck.
Okay, so he's standing on the running board of the truck, and you're inside the truck.
Correct, I'm sitting.
And he's standing on the running board.
Correct.
And how did he hit you?
He punched me to the side, so like in my ribs. So if I'm sitting here right now, and he's standing right here, he would hit me in my side.
Where was the car that he drove up in?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
You didn't see a car?
Well, he was parked in the street in the city streets, so every car is parallel parking. There's tons of...
From his house, he said his wife drove him to where you were.
Okay.
Did you see her?
When he approached, there was a female in the car, yes.
Did you see what she was doing as this was going on?
She was just sitting in the vehicle.
Now, when you say you secured the vehicle, what do you have to do to secure the vehicle? Because
You have to put a safety chain on the vehicle, so the vehicle, when you drive away, it doesn't fall off. So for safety
But you did, in
features-
fact, drive it away a certain,
Yes.
you said a few blocks.
Correct.
How was it attached to the tow truck then?
Well, because when you pick the vehicle up, it has claws, a mechanism that sits where the tires are. So it sits on the tow truck. You can continue to drive away, but you go to a certain distance to secure it. This way, when you're on the highway or something, you know, if the car, if it was to fall off, it's not going to hit somebody or et cetera.
Okay. So then you stopped, when you felt it was safe, you stopped to secure it.
Correct.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. And do you have the work order to pick up
Yes,
the
I
car?
do.
I'd also like to take a look at that. Do you have any other police report?
No, this is all they gave me, ma'am.
Do you have any police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
Upon the accident, when the police arrived on the scene, I left in the ambulance because I was injured. And when I got there, they signed me out, and they came with that charge that he talking about that I hit him. That's what the officer said. Not the police officer, but the sergeant, because the other officers was like, man, we didn't even have time for this. You know, you should have left the scene. That's what the black officers, they was just saying all type of observe.
Just a second. Don't tell me what anybody said to you,
Okay.
Mr. Burns.
Okay.
You were wrong.
No.
You were wrong. He
ma'am.
had authorization to take, just pay attention.
Okay.
He had authorization to take your car. You had no business. You had no business to get on the running board of his truck to endanger him, other people that may be out there. I know you're shaking your head no. I know you're shaking your head no. Bottom line is, he had the right to have possession of your car. That's what this order says. He had the right to have possession of your car. You had no right to take control of his car by getting on the running board. And because you did that, you caused an accident. Now, he had a lawful order to take possession of your car. You did not have any right to get on his tow truck.
No, ma'am.
Well, I say yes, you say no. I'm telling you, that's the law. You had no right to put your feet.
Your Honor, can
Are you asking me?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have pictures of the accident?
Yes.
Also, ma'am, to say, add one more thing. I was never given an accident report or put in the accident. They never said I caused the accident or anything.
I just told you you caused an accident.
Okay.
The side of his truck says Northwest Recovery, Inc. What do you think that means?
I didn't know what
With
it
his
meant.
license number.
I didn't know what it meant, yes, but if I would have got a letter saying that it was anything, I never received anything
it's
saying
really
I was
over.
behind.
Somebody else's fault. Mr. Burns, you have no case.
Yeah.
No, it was court cases, Your Honor. It went to court and it was continued and continued and continued due to missing.
You have to show me that you weren't paid for those. Weren't you? I always get nervous when I see people with a whole lot of papers in front of them, especially people who have been in an ongoing custody problem for 2 years. So I'm going to simplify this for you, because sometimes in this job I have to handle cases that I know absolutely nothing about historically. I know everything about this case, despite the fact I've never seen you. The two of you were together, you had a child, and you separated in 2015. And since that time, there has been an ongoing acrimonious relationship which culminated just recently in a custody decision. So far, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. And the custody decision was something that you didn't like, because it awarded Mr. Kittle, according to what I read, 50-50 custody. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is something that you did not initially agree to.
It's okay with me that the decision was
That's
made.
not what I said. I said you did not initially agree with it. The answer is, if you initially agreed with it, it wouldn't have been in court for how long?
It's a year and a half, so almost
A year and a half. Because if you would agreed with, is it a boy or a girl?
a boy.
If you agreed with your sons spending half the time with each parent, you wouldn't have been in court for a year and a half. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
Okay. So now, this is what your lawsuit is for. First of all, how old was your son when you separated?
2.
2.
And I'm not going to ask Ms. Kraft this question because she didn't give me a truthful answer when she swore to her complaint. How long were the two of you living together prior to separating?
3.5 years.
That is untrue, Judge.
What?
That is untrue.
I read what you wrote here. Mr. Kittle,
Yes,
when
ma'am.
your son was born, was Ms. Kraft living with you?
Yes, she was.
Was his birth a natural birth?
Yes,
Who took her to the hospital?
I did.
Not her mother.
No, not her mother.
You did.
Yeah, I didn't even know she said that.
Just a second.
I'm sorry.
Just a second.
Okay.
You did.
Yes.
I never said my mother took me. We were on our way to a barbecue at his father's house that day.
Listen to me. I don't believe a word of what's in your papers. Do you understand? You said, I never lived with him. I always lived with my mother, but all my things and my son's things were at his house just because.
Not all my things.
Let me see.
Some of my things.
Just a second. What you said was, Christopher and I dated for 4 years, have a 3-year-old son. We never lived together, but I was keeping my and my son's stuff there, furniture, TV, toys, etc., at his house because I was living with my mother.
Because we were planning on moving in together and getting married and having a
I don't
family.
believe what you're saying. Anyway, 2 years later, you want all this stuff back.
I wanted it back
I'm not
from day
asking you a
one.
question. I told you I don't believe you. You just have to understand. I read it. I didn't believe it when I read it. And I for sure don't believe it now. Because there's no question. Son was born. He drove you to the hospital. Who took her home from the hospital?
I did.
Of course.
I have a
And when
text-
you...
Sorry.
I'll get to you. I mean, if you want to make a fool of yourself, you can do that. I'll be more than happy to let you do that. When you took her home from the hospital with your son, was there a room ready for your son?
Yes.
Was there a crib there?
Yes.
Who bought it?
Her aunt bought the crib.
Her aunt bought the crib.
Right.
And had it delivered where?
To my house.
Her
That
aunt
is
who?
incorrect.
Her aunt who?
I don't remember her name. Her dad's sister. I don't remember her name. Laura, I think it is.
It was delivered to my house. It has the address, and I have a receipt with my address on it at my mother's house.
I don't care. I don't believe you. Neither did the family court judge. That's why he was awarded 50-50 custody.
I have a message from Christopher claiming that I never lived at his house.
Fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Now, if that's your case, was there a trial with regard to custody?
Yes, ma'am, there was.
Did each of you have an attorney?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
You have an attorney?
Yes.
How many witnesses did you call? Called yourself?
Yes.
Who else?
My mother.
Who else?
I think that was it. They also called police officers.
They called the police officers from an incident allegedly 2 years ago.
Yes.
And after the entire case, what happened to the temporary restraining order that you filed against him?
It got dismissed.
Dismissed. Okay. And how many allegations did you file against him with the Department of Children and Family Services?
2.
And what happened with those cases?
I'm not sure. I think
Nothing.
they were, nothing.
Nothing. And the judge, after you filed those cases, awarded him half custody. What days do you have your son with you?
It was 5 or 6 DCFS reports, and I have my kid Friday. Every Friday we swap, so it's 50-50. So I pick him up at 6 p.m. on Friday, and then, vice versa.
And how long has that been going on?
Since she did the order of protection on me, so 2 years.
So that's been in effect for 2 years.
Yes. They consolidated both the custody and the order of protection to save us some money.
When was this final order delivered by the court after the
March
trial?
31st. The judgment you're talking about, the custody judgment?
I'd like to see it, please.
Okay.
And the order of protection ended November 18th, 2016.
And I highlighted with the juicy stuff.
And I never objected
I'm not
to
s-
the 50.
I'm-
Sorry.
These were the findings of the court after a full trial. Although the parties never married, they lived together for the first 2 years of life and were engaged to be married. They split up in the fall of 2015, and mother moved in with her mother. After this case was filed, a temporary order of protection which provided for week-on, week-off parenting time. So that's what the judge found. I didn't even read this. After a full trial, that's what the court found, that you and defendant lived together.
So it doesn't even matter that he admitted I never lived with him and I have that message?
Listen to me carefully. It matters to me what the court found after a full trial.
But we're not here about custody right now because it's still an open case.
I'm not listening to you. I'm reading. You have another child from another relationship who was living with whom when you were living with Mr. Kittle?
With me and my mother, and we'd stay
Okay,
the night
so
at
the
Mr.
child-
Kittle's house.
I can't get a straight answer from you. Who was the child living with?
With me.
Her older child.
Yes.
He was not. He was
I'm not
attending
listening to
school in
you.
Belleville. He doesn't have any proof that I was living with him either, and I
Very
have proof
good. Your
that I
case is
wasn't.
dismissed. Primarily because you didn't listen 3 times when I told you not to speak. But mostly because you have no case. And you better get used to the fact that when you make a baby with somebody, that baby has 2 parents.
I understand.
Not just, no, clearly you don't. Clearly you don't. Because after everything was done and you got a final custody decision, which I haven't even finished reading, but it was clear that the judge didn't believe a lot of what you said from my quick perusal of this decision. What happens, unless you learn to get along with each other and co-parent this child is, and I'm telling you from reading what little I did from this judge's order, he's going to end up with full custody of the child because this judge is not going to take nonsense from you. It's clear to me.
I'm telling the truth.
I'm just telling you, this judge who heard your case is not going to take nonsense from you. If you find a reason to fudge with the custody arrangement, because this man is not giving up. And what happens in situations like this is if there is an obstreperous parent who undercuts another parent, what's going to happen is you're going to lose custody of this child. I just want you to understand. I'm giving you the benefit of my crystal ball. He's keeping all the stuff that's in his house.
Even though
the
I have
judge found
receipts.
I don't care if you have receipts. I don't care if you have toilet paper from here to Pluto. The judge found that you lived together and that you were unemployed since 2008. Do you want me to read the finding?
Yes, my mother bought all the
right
items.
here.
I even have
Just-
bank statements.
Mother lives in Belleville with her mother, her brother, her 8-year-old son was born of a previous relationship. Mother is a student. She was last employed in 2008. So
a
that when you were
full-time
living with
student.
him, when you were living with him for 2 years, unless you had some other form of income, he was supporting you.
My mother.
Your case is dismissed.
Ma'am,
Listen
He
to me.
never-
Listen to me.
he
Her
never
case
supported
is
anything of mine.
dismissed.
I got to
Listen to me carefully. I read your counterclaim, which you would never have filed but for this ridiculous lawsuit that you filed.
No.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Because I
just wanted it to be
have-
over.
What? You want it over.
Right.
I understand that,
Right.
and you're right.
I just want my
She's-
property.
You can't have it. It's not yours.
It is mine. I
Your
have
case is
receipts for it,
dismissed.
and it
We're
was
done.
paid
Put her
for.
out.
Ma'am, you're excused.
You're withdrawing your counterclaim, correct? Yes, you are.
Oh, well, the
Perfect.
deductible. Can I
Perfect.
just.
We're done.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Burns, this is your complaint. You had purchased a car.
Yes.
You were behind in the payments.
Yes.
Mr. Kimball owns a tow truck, and it is his job on behalf of lending institutions to repossess property that has not been paid for. So your car was parked either on the street or in your house.
Yes, in front of my house.
And this was September 25th last year. Neighbor came to you in your house and said, someone's taking your car. You got outside and you saw Mr. Kimball in his tow truck down the street with your car attached.
No.
Tell me where you saw his car.
I observed Mr. Kimball at the end, like a block away on the passenger side of my car, removing items. At the same time, I was talking to the police when the neighbor had came and got me. I live in a high crime neighborhood area, and first thing she said, it's a black tow truck, and they took your car and went and rode off.
So the car was attached to the tow truck.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Now, at the time, you knew that you were behind in payments on the car.
Actually, I had spoken with the guy who...
At the time, you were behind in payments on the car. You acknowledge it.
Yes,
here.
I knew I owed something.
Right. So, an intelligent man would know that if you were behind in payments on the car, they may come and get it. Not definitely, but they may come and get it. Well, that was what he was hired for. Who hired you to do this job?
Northwest Repossession.
Do you know who hired Northwest Repossession?
The company would be Quality Auto Sales.
Did you buy your car at Quality Auto Sales?
Yes.
Well, they're the people that hired his company to get their property back. So tell me what you did.
Okay, when I observed Mr. Kimball at the end of the block removing items, I caught him on the passenger side of my car. At the same time, I was talking to 911 because I figured my car was being stolen. I had spoke to the person who I previously bought the car from, and everything was fine.
I don't believe that, and you don't have that person here.
Okay.
Okay, because the person that you bought the car from hired his company to repossess your car.
Okay, at the same time.
So now,
No.
just tell me what you did.
Okay, I talked to the police. I asked him who was he. He never identified who he was.
Just a second. I want to know what you did. You ran to the end of the block where he was.
No, we drove to the end of the block, and I observed him.
Who drove?
My wife did.
So your wife drove in her car
Yes.
to the end of the block, and then what did you do?
I was on the phone with 911, and I told them that I see the guy
Just
right
a
there.
second. I didn't ask you what you told anybody.
Okay, I
said,
didn't do
what
anything.
did you-
I approached him and asked him who was he.
Just a second. So you approached him.
Yes.
Where was he when you approached him?
The passenger side of the car.
And what did he say to you?
He didn't say anything. He just got up and ran around to the driver's side of the tow truck. And by me living in a high crime neighborhood area, if he would have told me who he was, the situation would have been ended. He didn't identify himself or who he was or who had sent him. It's normally known in my neighborhood. I just live in Chicago. high crime area, and they known for taking cars on tow trucks and driving off. You never find your car again. I asked him who was he. He never identified himself in a professional manner. So I proceeded to talk to the police. I'm like, he right here. He tried to run around and jump in the car. When he jumped in the tow truck, he tried to close the door, and I'm like, he never identified. I'm like, who are you? I'm steady asking him, who is he? He never said anything. So I'm telling the police, next thing I know, he put the truck in drive and almost hit me with the tow truck, so I had to grab on to the handle. It's a safety bar on the side of the tow truck. When he drove off, like in a high rate of speed. So I wasn't finna let him get out of my sight because he never identified himself. I feel if he would have identified himself.
I know that you said that already. What I'm hearing is, and reading,
Yes.
that you wrote, you jumped on the sideboard.
Yes.
Okay, you jumped on the sideboard and held onto the sideboard.
Yes.
And he was driving off.
Yes.
At a high rate of speed.
Yes.
And then what happened?
He veered on the south side of the street, crashing into some parked cars with me stuck in between the doors.
Now you tell me your version, because we'll get to what the lawsuit is about, because he filed charges against you for assault.
Yes.
You say that they were false. Now he's going to tell me his version of the events. Go.
Hi, Your Honor.
Okay, you were hired, that's your job, to repossess property that hasn't been paid for.
Correct.
You got an order to pick up his car.
Correct.
Start from there.
Okay, so I picked the vehicle up, Your Honor. About 7 blocks away, I secured the vehicle.
How many blocks away from his house?
About 7 blocks.
Go ahead.
So as I was securing the vehicle to my tow truck, Mr. Burns came up to me, and he was very defensive.
Don't tell me what you thought about his posture.
Okay, he asked me, what were you doing? What are you doing?
And what did you say?
I said, sir, your car's up for repossession. He said, the car's not up for repossession. He got aggressive, started coming towards me. I backed up. I kept backing up, and I went in my truck. He said, put the vehicle down before I beat your, excuse my language. I told him I can't put the vehicle down until I close the door. He did not want to hear that. He stood on the running board. I put the vehicle on drive because it was already secure. I started driving at a slow speed. And he grabbed onto the steering wheel, and then we had smacked into a car. Prior to this, before he had jumped on a running board, he hit me in my side about 2 or 3 times.
Where was he when he hit you in your side?
He's standing on the running board of the truck.
Okay, so he's standing on the running board of the truck, and you're inside the truck.
Correct, I'm sitting.
And he's standing on the running board.
Correct.
And how did he hit you?
He punched me to the side, so like in my ribs. So if I'm sitting here right now, and he's standing right here, he would hit me in my side.
Where was the car that he drove up in?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
You didn't see a car?
Well, he was parked in the street in the city streets, so every car is parallel parking. There's tons of...
From his house, he said his wife drove him to where you were.
Okay.
Did you see her?
When he approached, there was a female in the car, yes.
Did you see what she was doing as this was going on?
She was just sitting in the vehicle.
Now, when you say you secured the vehicle, what do you have to do to secure the vehicle?
You have to put a safety chain on the vehicle, so the vehicle, when you drive away, it doesn't fall off. So
Okay.
for safety
But you
features,
did, in fact, drive it away a certain,
Yes.
you said a few blocks.
Correct.
How was it attached to the tow truck then?
Well, because when you pick the vehicle up, it has claws, a mechanism that sits where the tires are. So it sits on the tow truck. You can continue to drive away, but you go to a certain distance to secure it. This way, when you're on the highway or something, you know, if it was to fall off, it's not going to hit somebody or et cetera.
Okay. So then you stopped, when you felt it was safe, you stopped to secure it.
Correct.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. And do you have the work order to pick up the
Yes,
car?
I do.
I'd also like to take a look at that. Do you have any other police report?
No, this is all they gave me, ma'am.
Do you have any police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
Upon the accident, when the police arrived on the scene, I left in the ambulance because I was injured. And when I got there, they signed me out, and they came with that charge that he talking about that I hit him. That's what the officer said. Not the police officer, but the sergeant. Because the other officers was like, man, we didn't even have time for this. You should have left the scene. That's what the black officers, they was just saying all type of observe.
Just a second. Don't tell me what anybody said to you,
Okay.
Mr. Burns.
Okay.
You were wrong.
No.
You were wrong.
No,
He
ma'am.
had authorization to take, just pay attention.
Okay.
He had authorization to take your car. You had no business You had no business to get on the running board of his truck to endanger him, other people that may be out there. I know you're shaking your head no. I know you're shaking your head no. Bottom line is, he had the right to have possession of your car. That's what this order says. He had the right to have possession of your car. You had no right to take control of his car by getting on the running board. And because you did that, you caused an accident. Miss Russell, did you and Mr. McNulty ever live together?
Yes, we did.
From when to when?
We lived together from September 1st to November 12th.
Of last year?
Yes, of 2016.
But that was after your daughter was born?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm talking about prior to her birth.
No.
And at the time that she was born, were you and the defendant still dating?
No.
When did you stop dating?
In September of 2015.
Your complaint indicated, the first couple of lines, that Mr. McNulty did not know he had a child due to some, use the word, mix-up for the first 4 months of her life. Mm-hmm. Was that a mix-up because there was someone else who was originally named as the father?
There was. I was dating someone.
Okay. So there was someone else who was named as the father. And what prompted you to take another step towards finding that Mr. McNulty, who actually had a paternity test, was the father of the child?
He contacted me asking for it, paternity test.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Honestly, it was crazy how I found out about it. I just found out through a picture online, and I saw that the child looked like me, and I just kind of had this crazy hunch that it might be mine, so I contacted her and got the paternity test done. And
just a minute. When you contacted her, where was she living?
It was Lafayette, Indiana, which is about an hour and a half from me, almost 2 hours.
With whom?
Her sister.
And in what month was that?
I can't tell you exactly. I want to say it was around September.
So you're talking about September of 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you found out that this little girl was yours, according to what I read, you invited her to come to move into your house.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
I invited her to be closer to my daughter, and I told her that she could live with me until she got on her feet, found her own place. I wanted to be closer to my daughter, and I just wanted to be friends with her, co-parent.
Do you have any other children?
I do not.
Do you have any other children?
No.
And I assume you didn't have your own place to live?
Not at the time, no.
When you moved into Mr. McNulty's house, you have a house?
Yes, ma'am.
How many bedrooms are in the house?
3.
Your daughter had 1 bedroom?
Correct.
Did you have the other?
Yes.
And Mr. McNulty the third?
Yes.
So you were living there as 2 parents of a child. You were not a couple. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
Okay. Now, an incident occurred in September wherein you claimed that Mr. McNulty damaged your car, took your cell phone, and threw your property out.
He threw some of my belongings out, not all of them, and it was in November.
Would you like to explain to me, Miss Russell, why this man who actually tried, at least on the surface, tried to do everything in an appropriate fashion, contacted you to find out whether he had a child, bore the expense probably of a paternity test, found out that this was in fact his child, and you were, for all intents and purposes, homeless. You didn't have your own residence. He invited you to come to stay in his house, your own bedroom, because he wanted to, he uses the word co-parent, he wanted to be closer to his child. You want to tell me why he would do such dastardly things? You want to tell me what happened?
He came home with a woman, and I told her to leave, and she didn't know that there was a baby and another woman there. So she agreed to leave.
She didn't know there was a baby and another woman there?
Yes.
You mean you, the other woman?
Yes, me and my child. She had no idea we were there, and she gladfully left.
Okay.
He, in a rage, headbutted me twice, threw me against a wall. I got away from him by pushing all I could away from the wall. And running to get my cell phone to call the police, which I did. The operator told me to go into the...
Don't tell me what the operator told you.
I went into my daughter's bedroom. There are no locks on any of the doors in the house, not even the bathroom. So I tried holding her door shut until the police arrived. And I was instructed to get out of the house.
Don't tell me what you were instructed to do.
Okay.
Just tell me what you did, what he said to you, what you said to him.
So I was able to get out of the house with our daughter, and the police came. They took our statements, and they instructed him not...
Don't tell me what they said unless you have a police report.
I have
I'd like
two.
to take a look at it. Well, it appears that from the police reports, at least, after speaking to you, that you did not report to the police that he head-butted you twice. What the police officer noted after conversation with you, that you told the female to leave. She stated that Corey became angry, pushed her, and put his forehead against hers. That's what the officer said.
That was incorrect.
That's what the officer said. She had no complaint of pain and no visible marks of abuse. She further stated she really didn't want him going to jail, but separated from her for the night. He argued with the police, probably a little drunk, but
I was
totally
more
wrong.
upset
Not
about getting kicked out of my own
wrong
house.
that you were being kicked out of your own house,
Yeah.
where plaintiff neither pays any of the bills,
Yes,
nor
ma'am.
is it her home. However, you did separate to the extent that you slept it off in the garage.
No, negative, ma'am.
Where did you sleep?
I went to my buddy's down the street after the police officer told me to leave. He gave me the option to go to jail or leave, so I left.
Okay. Did you come back the next morning?
Yes, ma'am.
What time?
It was around 7:30.
Okay. And when he came back at 7:30, I want you to tell me what happened.
He never left. I saw him walk in through the garage, which he was sleeping in his sleeping bag in the garage.
Fine. So he was, but he didn't bother you. Whether he was sleeping at his friend's down the street or in a sleeping bag in the garage, he wasn't near you for the rest of the night.
He was instructed not to come into the house.
Listen to me carefully. Not to come into his own home. Let's move on. You have 3 complaints. Your complaint is that he took your phone.
Yes.
That he damaged your car, and that he has your stuff. I've read the police reports. So let me tell you what the police say you told them. The second police report indicates that you went to the police because he was still there. And when the police came back with you because you couldn't find your cell phone. And when you came back with a police officer who notes that Miss Russell advised that she wanted to gather a few things from the home and that she would be going to stay with a family friend. That was the next morning. Officer Vasquez went back to Miss Russell's residence and observed Corey had placed all of her belongings in bags outside of the residence. Miss Russell gathered what she could fit in her vehicle and advised she would need to come back later for the rest of the items. Miss Russell further advised that she noticed a dent in her 2007 Jeep Patriot and believed Corey may have done it, but wasn't for sure.
I was certain.
Just a second. That's what it says. She noticed a dent. She believed he might have done it, wasn't for sure. Miss Russell was able to leave the scene without incident. I want you to tell me, what proof do you have for the 3 things we're talking about? What proof do you have that he took your phone?
So when I went to sleep the morning of the incident, when he was supposed to leave the house, all 3 of the bedroom doors in the hallway were open. When I woke up, one was closed, and my phone that was sitting on my nightstand on my charger was gone.
Where's her phone?
I don't know, ma'am. The police escorted me out of the premises.
Next. I don't care.
Next.
The police escorted him out. The next thing that happened was 7 o'clock in the morning. You saw him walking in from the garage. Okay. Dent on the Jeep. I don't care.
Next.
The police escorted him out. The next thing that happened was 7 o'clock in the morning. You saw him walking in from the garage. Okay. Dent on the Jeep.
He admitted to me that he did it.
Okay. When was that?
The morning of around 7:30, before when I was on my way out to go to the police station to make the report. I looked at my vehicle and I angrily said, "You dented my Jeep," and he said, "Oh well."
I did not say that, ma'am, no.
Next.
Next. The officer who made the note that all of my things were on the porch, they were not all of my things. I did not go into the house and collect my things. Him and his stepfather put my clothes in bags and some of my small belongings. I even have a picture
Just a second. Do you want to tell me what you claim he still has that belongs to you?
I have a list.
Tell me.
So I have my dineware set, my wine glasses, all of my kitchen utensils, all of my cookware, all of my baking pans, crock pot, oven mitts.
Just a second. When did you move in with all that stuff?
When he came to get me at my sister's, his grandmother paid for a moving truck, and my sister helped us move all of my belongings from her apartment into the moving truck, which we brought to his house, which has all of these items.
Okay. Can I see that bird?
And I also have I have a
second.
picture, if you want the pictures.
Do you have her TV?
I do not, ma'am. I have enough TVs in my house to
Just a second.
need another.
Did she move in with a TV?
She did.
Where is it?
I put everything of hers on the front porch, and she left it there for a couple days, so.
So you don't know where it is?
I left it out there, and I told her it's her problem to get it. I didn't put it on the garbage.
Well,
or
but you
nothing.
know a TV was not noted by the police.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that? Okay. Do you have anything in your home now
I do not.
that belongs to her? Okay. Now I'm going to see the bill for the 47-inch TV. I'd like to see the paid bill for it.
I also have a picture coming up that has my placemats and a picture of him with those placemats just 2 weeks ago for the items that he says he does not have in his home.
Okay, so the television set was $479.91.
Mm-hmm.
What are these things?
Everything on the list is stuff I've purchased, but the ones that I highlighted are the ones that he still has in his possession.
And what's this supposed to be a picture of?
That picture matches the small photograph. The photograph has my placemats at my apartment. He has the exact same placemats in that picture at his house. It's proof that he does still have my items that he is claiming he does not have.
I don't care. The judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $994. We're done.
Your Honor, I
We're
still have
done.
evidence.
We're done.
What about my vehicle?
He's not paying for your vehicle because I have a police report where you say I have a dent in my car. I think Corey did it, but
I
I
didn't
have no.
say that to the police officer.
Well, that's
though.
what the police officer says. We're done. Mr. Siebold, Miss Clark is the daughter of your girlfriend,
Yes.
and she has 2 children, 2 small children.
Yes, that is correct.
There came a time when, for whatever circumstances, she came to live with you with her 2 children.
Correct.
When was that?
That was in late of 2016.
And when did she leave your residence?
That would be in October of 2017.
So she lived there for a while.
Yes.
Your complaint is twofold. You say that she's responsible for you having to break a window in your car.
Correct.
Because of something that happened with one of her children.
Correct.
And the child was in danger, so you had to break the window in order to extricate the child from the car. You're going to tell me what happened. When did that happen?
That happened in August of 2017.
That happened June 8th.
Is she correct?
As far as I'm aware, to my knowledge, it was in August.
Whatever it is, she lived there subsequent to either June or August for several months.
Correct.
The second part of your claim is for cost of getting a dumpster to remove some property that she left behind when she moved out. All right, why don't you tell me whether it was in August or June, why don't you tell me about the incident that occurred that required you to break your own car window?
Okay. On the dating question, basically, I was upstairs.
Not basically.
Well, upstairs, I was in my room, and then Ms. Clark comes upstairs and says, Michael, I've locked Brooklyn in the car. My response was,
just a second, I've locked
the kids in the car. And I said, okay.
Just a second. Do you remember that? No. You don't remember going upstairs to get him and saying, I've locked the kids in the car? You tell me how it happened. Because you did lock the kids in the car.
No.
Who did?
My mom.
Okay, where were you?
I was following close behind her. I was getting the
Just a second, so you were there?
No, I was getting the diaper bag ready.
What?
The diaper bag.
Don't move. Well, that's not what you say in your answer. You say in your answer, Michael had given the keys to the car to my mother, who went with me to the car and put my daughter in her car seat, who went with me.
I was following close behind her. I was getting the diaper bag ready. I went downstairs and my mom was banging on the car window with my daughter locked inside.
Where was Michael?
Upstairs.
Who went to get him?
My mom.
Your mother or you? And what were you doing?
I was down and outside in the driveway with my daughter.
Who was in the car?
Yes.
So your mother went to get Michael?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
No.
She went to get him?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. So as Ivory came up to tell me that the child was locked in the car, first response out of my mouth was, you need to call a locksmith. So I go downstairs. I'm getting dressed. I'm rushing down so I can go down to see what's going on. Brooklyn, who was in the back passenger seat.
How old is she?
At that time, she was probably just a little bit over a year, maybe. And she had the keys in her hand. And I'm like, Brooklyn, can you push the button? She's pushing the lock key because it simply makes the noise. Well, with my car, once you disable it, if you push the lock key too many times, you can't get in. So the locksmith showed up. So the locksmith comes in. He tries to jimmy the passenger door. He can't do it with the Slim Jim. At the same time, they're on the driver's side with me. We're trying to see if we can get inside. Tina is on the other side, on the passenger side, and she says, Michael, something's wrong. And I said, what do you mean? She says, Brooklyn just passed out. So I go to the other side. Brooklyn's passed out. She's kind of leaning to the side. My response was, I need to break my window. So I go to the garage, I grab a hammer, and I smash the hammer about 3 or 4 times into the window. I'm able to bust open the window. Once we get Brooklyn out, Tina grabs Brooklyn, takes her to the garage where there's some shade. So we're waking her up, giving her some water, making sure she's okay. Meanwhile, Miss Clark is standing in the driveway, just kind of standing there and not really doing anything. So I kind of looked at her and I said, okay, this was your fault. You handed the keys to the car to the daughter while you're putting her in the car. I said, you're going to pay for my window. And she says, okay, I understand. And I said, now when we're done, I'm going to go get some dummy keys made so we can go and make sure this doesn't happen again. After that, following day, I scheduled for a window to come in. The window repair guy had to take it to my mom's house. He brought the window, repaired it. Following day after that, I had to go and get the dummy keys made.
Do you have a bill for the window?
Yes, I do, ma'am. And I also have a picture of the damaged window if you'd like to see it.
I'd like to see it. Which window did you break?
This was the front passenger window. And I also have text messages between me and Ms. Clark about the window and her paying me.
May I see it?
Yeah, this is when she was stating after she gets her taxes.
Well, you told him you would pay for the window.
I probably did, but I don't remember.
Okay, now let's get to the dumpster. You moved out on what date?
I don't remember.
What date did you move out?
It was in late October of 2017.
And what did you have to get a dumpster for?
Well, Ms. Clark, when she left, she ended up leaving some stuff in the room. She left some mattresses and she left all kinds of trash and junk and things inside the room. Also, when she was living with us, she ended up causing some damage to some of my furniture.
I don't want to hear about that.
Okay.
I don't want to hear about while she was living with you. So she left mattresses and some other junk.
Yes. I have pictures of the room of what
I'd
it
like
looked
to
like.
see it.
So there's tons of different items inside the room, but the reason why we had to get a dumpster was because we can't throw the mattresses in the regular trash, because where we're at, you have to have a dumpster big enough for all the mattresses to fit in there, but not go over the top.
The mattresses were not mine.
Whose are they?
His. He paid for them a long time ago.
Well, that doesn't mean that they're not yours. Did he pay for them and give them to you to use?
I was underage. They are not mine. It was not my responsibility to take them with me.
What about this? Is this your responsibility?
Yeah. I wasn't worried about cleaning up the room.
Just a second. I'm just asking you, is this your mess?
Yeah, when I left.
Okay. How much did you pay for the dumpster?
Dumpster in total was $310.
May I see the bill, please?
Yes. And then I also do have a quote for the Sidewinder keys if you want to see that.
A what?
The Sidewinder keys that were needed.
No, I don't care about that. Did you use the dumpster for any of your own things?
The most that we used it for was for hers.
That's not what I asked you. Did you use the dumpster for any of your own things?
The furniture that was ruined due to the time she was living there, I threw some of it in there. We haven't done everything yet because it's already getting on the way.
Just a second. Is the dumpster still there?
It hasn't been delivered. They have a specific drop date that is being delivered. We had to wait based off of their time frame. So everything was paid for. Everything's been sitting there.
Very good. So
everything's in the garage ready to go.
for the window, and you are getting rid of some of your own things in the dumpster.
It's everything
yes,
of
I was
hers.
told that they had gotten...
Shh, don't speak. Well, you just told me that you were getting rid of some of your own things. You said some of my things, but that they damaged when they were living there.
Right, because it's no longer usable.
Those are your things that you are disposing of.
It's not by choice. That's the problem.
I don't care.
It's not by choice.
I don't care. The truth of the matter is she's living with her mother and her mother's grandchildren.
Well, technically, they're living
Just
with
a second.
me. The house
I don't
is
care.
mine.
With your consent. But
Correct.
she is living with her mother, with her grandchildren.
Correct.
With your consent if it's your house. But if she's living there for over a year, you may have had some sort of a kerfuffle in October. But if you were dissatisfied with the way she was taking care of the property while you were living there, you should have told her she had to move well before October or September or August or June. Do you understand? And if you're getting rid of the furniture now, that's your problem. Now, this is a mess. Did you clean this up?
Yes.
It's a question. So just let's be clear. Now you're going to give me easy answers that I can put in a box.
Okay.
Where did you put all the stuff?
Everything is in the garage.
All this junk is in the garage.
Except for the trash bags?
Is what you're telling me that even the stuff that was pretty disposable, you just didn't put in trash and put out?
No, everything that could be thrown away at the time was thrown away. We had other trash that was in the garage from Miss Clark when she had moved in. So all of that is combined with what was in the room and some other furniture and things that she had throughout the house.
Okay, so she's going to pay for half the dumpster. Now, what I gather from what you say to me, sir, is that nothing has been disposed of yet.
Right, because they have to drop the
Not a
dumpster.
because. What I'm gathering from what you say, nothing has been disposed of yet.
Correct.
So far, she owes you $400. That includes half the dumpster. Now, you have a counterclaim. He's not giving you any money. What property do you want back?
All of my children's things.
What?
My children's things.
What things?
A jumper, a walker, a playmat, a booster, a bumbo, the playpen.
You have all those things? I assume you haven't thrown those things away.
A lot of the things that were damaged, that were busted, we threw out.
Just a second. She just listed a whole bunch of things. Do you have any of those things? A playpen?
I don't.
A jumper?
No, we don't have a playpen. When she came back to get her stuff.
Just a second. Its stuff is here. I see it.
Can I see the photo?
It. It's a bit. Yeah, you gave it to me.
Right. When she came back, when she left in October, she came back 3 days later. And when she came back with Mr. Padilla over there. They came back, grabbed the dresser, the playpen, and a few other items that they did not take.
When they initially left.
Your Honor.
Right.
Stand up, sir. Stand up. Move over here.
Okay.
Move over here. Now you're two people, two very strong people, and you came back 3 days after, or 4 days after, or 5 days after you moved out.
We did not go back. So he gave us that night to remove all of her belongings.
Just a second. So what you're telling me is you did not go back to the residence?
We were not allowed back at the residence. We were not allowed inside of the residence after after she was kicked out. So that night.
Where were you staying?
Where was I staying? At my mom's house. That was where I lived with at the time.
What were you doing there?
What was I doing there that night that I went to go back to get her?
Well, but go back.
I mean, I was trying to help her out. I mean, I'm not going to let my girlfriend just be on the streets, you know? And that's what they were doing. But he gave us that.
Just a second. What is it that was left in the house that you need now? I assume you live together?
Yes.
That you need now for your children that's in the house. I'm asking, don't look at her list. I'm asking you, what is it that you need now for your children that was left in the house?
We had to go repurchase everything.
You bought whatever you needed.
Yes.
So you don't need anything that's there.
No.
Shh, good. Fine. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $400. Your counterclaim's dismissed. We're done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Johnson, you and Ms. Page are connected because you each have a child who has the same father.
Yes.
Would that be you?
Yes.
And it is your claim that the defendant came to the house. You live together?
No. Well, as of now, yes.
As of?
Back when the case happened, yeah, we did live together.
And while you were living together, it is your claim that the defendant came over one evening, assaulted you, and vandalized your car.
Yes.
The defendant denies she was even in town on the night that she's alleging that this happened. And she has a counterclaim. She says that you've been harassing her. She believes that you somehow vandalized her car with some foreign object in her gas tank. She's got a counterclaim. Okay, when did this incident happen?
On May 5th.
Of this year?
Yes.
What time?
It was about 12:30, between 12:30 a.m. and 1 a.m.
So tell me what happened.
Okay, Your Honor. On the night of May 5th, me and Gary were celebrating Cinco de Mayo. We had some margaritas and tacos, and then we were going to call it a night around 12:30. Gary goes to bed, and his phone just starts to ring right before I lay down. And it's an unknown call constantly coming in. So eventually I answer, and it was
How many times did it ring?
Probably about 5 missed calls.
Okay.
And so finally I pick up, and it's Zuri on the other line, and she's like, where's Gary? And I said,
Now, do you know her? Had you met her before?
Yes.
How many times?
We've known each other for over 3 years.
So you knew her voice, or she identified herself?
Exactly, yes.
What did she say?
She said, where is Gary? I said, he's asleep. She said, he's been at my house for 3 nights. And I said, well, that's impossible because he's been home. So she's like, well, where is he? I said, he's asleep. She said, wake him up. So then I wake Gary up, and I hand Gary the phone, and he's like, this is a joke, just hang up. So right before I hang up, she says, open the door. Right before we opened the door, it was a knock maybe 5 seconds later. So Gary runs to the door and looks in the peephole, and he can't make out who it is. She's like leaning on the door. So then I look in the peephole, and I said, Gary, this is a Zuri. And Gary's like, is it? So he looks back in the peephole, and then I yell, we didn't open the door yet. I say, Zuri, why are you at my house at 1 a.m? She's like, I need to speak to Gary. I said, okay. So then Gary's like, well, what do you want? So immediately I called the police, and I said, I need a police officer dispatched to my location. So Gary goes and opens the door, and she's extremely intoxicated. She's like, I need you to come to my truck. And Gary says, why? I'm standing behind Gary. Gary has his hands on the side of the door. I'm standing behind him, and she's like, well, I need to speak to you. I need you to come to my truck. So then Gary's like, well, what do you need? Then she calls me a drunk and just starts like talking crazy and calling me names and says I'm scary. And then we started arguing. I'm still in the back of Gary. So then she reaches under Gary and grabs my hair and pulls me into the hallway. And then that's when we start to fight. I have pictures of bruises, scratches, and everything from that night. I'd
like to see them, please. I'd also like, did the police ever respond?
Yes, they did.
I'd like to see the police report.
Okay. There's also pictures in there of the broken window as well.
Well, I see the window. We haven't gotten to the window yet.
Okay.
Now, there are pictures here of a broken windshield.
Yes.
And the police report is clear that after the police came to discuss what happened to you, you were sort of reluctant to speak to them and a little, according to the report, a little intoxicated yourself.
Yes. Yes.
A sergeant also responded to the location, and it was the sergeant who observed the broken windshield on the car, and they identified the car as belonging to you.
Yes. Yes.
They went back upstairs to speak to you. At that time, since you believed she had broken your windshield, then you said, well, that's enough. I want to press charges. So that's how we're here.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I get from reading this report. Okay. What time had you parked your car that evening?
I would say about 6 p.m.
Now, you told me before that you and Gary were living together at the time.
Yes. Yes.
That's not what it says in here.
Yeah, Gary was living with me on and off around that time.
Well, now it is. So Gary was living with you on and off.
Yes.
Lisa, that would be you, right?
Yes.
Lisa said that Gary, her child's father, was only there to watch their child. Lisa and Gary were no longer in a dating relationship, nor was blank and blank. I assume her and somebody else said that even though that they had problems in the past, they had not seen or spoken to one another in quite some time. Lisa claimed to have no idea why the defendant and her friend arrived at the door. Now, you didn't tell me about a friend.
I was getting to that part. Gary pulls us apart. Her friend runs in out of, I guess it was someone she was riding with in the truck. She runs in and pulls me back. Gary pulls Azuri back, and they stop the fight. Azuri then snatches away from Gary and runs out the front door into the back of the parking lot. Her friend then leaves out the back door to the parking lot where they were parked at. I went back in the house right after, and that's when I would say maybe literally 2 minutes later, the police showed up. The police asked me what was going on, and I told them that it was an
I got what you wrote, what you said to them. I read the report. Okay, Miss Page. Ball's in your court.
Honestly, I have no idea what she's talking about.
Okay.
I was out of town that week at my mom's. I wasn't even there. I have not spoken to Gary, to her. I do not associate myself with them whatsoever. And this has been going on for 3 years. Ms. Johnson has followed me to 3 different jobs.
No. We're talking about something, Miss
nowhere.
Page, entirely different, following you 3 jobs. If your testimony is, I was out of town at my mother's house, then you have nothing to add to your testimony. Then I have to make a decision as to whether or not I believe her or believe you. Do you have any witnesses to testify that you were out of town that evening?
Yes, my fiance dropped me off to my mom's.
Great. That would be your witness. And you have a witness what happened that night?
Yes.
You have Gary.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't actually have to hear either one of them. I just have to make a judgment as to whether Miss Johnson caused little marks on her face and whether Miss Johnson took a rock or something and busted out the windshield of her own car that night and then decided to blame it on you. I have to decide whether that happened. I don't think that happened. So I'm quite sure that your fiancé would say that he dropped you off at your mother's house, and I'm quite sure that Gary would say you came to the house and there was a fight. So, do you have an estimate for the windshield?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have it fixed?
No, ma'am. It's still not fixed.
Where is it?
It's at home. I've been riding with it with plastic on my window, which is, it's really hard because I have to have my son sit in that back seat.
Okay, that's $330. Now, I assume that you did not seek any sort of medical treatment that night?
No, ma'am. It was just scratches and bruises.
Well, I see the photographs, and it does look like there was quite a fight.
Yeah.
Precipitated by your arriving that night, either drunk or sober.
I was not there.
How old is your child with Gary?
Mine, she's 3.
And yours?
2.
2. You have a boy or a girl?
I have a boy.
Does Gary see your daughter often?
No, he's not allowed to. He was court ordered not to be left alone with any children. He was found unfit.
By what court?
Champaign County.
Is that correct?
That's what she say.
What does that mean?
I'm saying that's what she say. If she don't got no paperwork saying I can't be around my kids.
Are you around your son?
Yep, every day.
Well, and evidently it doesn't apply to that child.
I have no idea.
When was the last time he saw his daughter?
I actually have no idea. The only time he is allowed to see her is when my daughter is at his stepmom's house, and then he sees her over there when he goes.
So your daughter does go to his family's house?
His stepmom's, yes.
How often?
Maybe once every other week, and she'll probably keep her for a couple of days to spend time with her.
And so he is permitted to see her there?
Yes, he has to be supervised.
Okay, so he's not permitted around other children. He has supervised visitation with his daughter for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is. All kinds of reasons, both valid and stupid, for making those kinds of orders. I'm thoroughly familiar with both the valid ones and the stupid ones, and that has nothing to do with you. I'm talking about judges making orders for good reason and orders for stupid reasons. It seems to me if you're not capable of having unsupervised visitation with a 3-year-old, you shouldn't be capable of spending time every day with a 2-year-old. So clearly this had more to do with you than with a child, to me, in my head, but that's only me in my head. Anyway, you owe her $1,500. You owe her $300 to fix her car, and the rest is for coming to the house in the middle of the night and picking a fight and assaulting her.
That was not me, Your Honor.
We are done here. Your counterclaim's dismissed. Ms. Rodriguez, what I read is a complaint that suggests that you and the defendant, who were friends and perhaps in a relationship for a brief period of time, had a falling out. And during the time that you were friends, whatever relationship that was, according to your complaint, you brought a television set that was yours to the defendant's house.
Yes.
When did you do that?
That was in June of 2016. Excuse me.
Is that right?
No.
When was it?
It was June of 2015.
That sound right?
No.
Okay. To what address did you take the television set? To what address did you take the television set? You know the address.
It would have been in the Powderhorn community in Minneapolis.
My tiny house.
When did you move from there?
It was August of 2015.
Got it?
Yes.
So it was 2015 that you brought the television set to her house?
Correct.
Better. And in what month and year did you ask her for the television back?
I asked her back for the television in July of 2016.
Why was that so difficult for you to tell me?
It was a little bit of confusion. With
Well, that's no confusion. If you insisted that it was June of 2016 and you asked for it back a month later, well, that sounds to me as if it was perhaps a loan for some reason, which we'll get into. If she had the television for over a year, it may suggest something else. Do you understand? So let's try to give me answers that are truthful rather than those that create a story for you.
Yes,
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now, in what month and year did you purchase this television set?
The television set was purchased back in August of 2011.
So now the television in August of July or August of 2016 would have been 5+ years old.
Correct.
And tell me what kind of television this was.
It was a Philips Eco 32 LED.
And do you have a receipt for that television?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
And then that is the credit card statement in which I purchased the TV.
No, I just want to see receipt for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you purchased this, according to this receipt, for $389, and when you brought it over to her house, it was 4 years old.
Yes.
Now, where were you living at the time?
I was living at my parents'.
And where was this television?
The television was at my home. When I was staying with them, I had purchased another TV, so it was an extra spare TV.
And your parents had their own TV?
Yes.
So this was one that you were not using?
Right. It was
one that you were not using?
Correct.
You upgraded. Now, I want you to tell me the circumstance, because now you want the TV back. I had a kerfuffle. I'm not interested in an awful lot here. This is the main thing that creates this lawsuit. So, according to you, she asked to borrow it.
Yes.
Tell me the circumstances surrounding her asking to borrow the TV.
The circumstances were that she could, being the friend that she was,
You're making up a story now because I can tell. That's my gift.
Okay.
That's my gift. It's all going over here.
All right. She asked to borrow the TV, in which I agreed upon. When I asked for it back, though, I expected it to be returned.
Even you don't believe that. I said, what were the circumstances? You know I have friends. And sometimes if I go to their house, I'll bring a bottle of rosé. I'll bring a bundt cake. Mm-hmm. But I actually have never brought over a TV to someone's house. Now, I've upgraded televisions over a period of time. Sometimes you move and you say, well, you know, this one was fine, but I could use a bigger one. And you have all these old TVs that are worth zero.
Sure.
A 4-year-old TV that you bought 4 years ago is worth zero. If you went to sell it, you'd be able to sell it for $25, maybe at a flea market. So now, since I don't believe you, I'm going to ask her the circumstances surrounding you bringing over the television set. Got it? Well, did you ask her why she brought the TV?
She said because we didn't have like an adequate Netflix or we couldn't watch things together, so she brought over an entire TV.
What kind of TV did you have in your house?
I think I had like a computer screen monitor. It was maybe smaller than the one in the corner there.
And when she came over for the next year, did you watch TV on this TV?
Yeah, she was at my house several times. She had my spare key. She used the TV at my house as well.
I never had a spare key to your house.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Never.
Listen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Never do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Is TV still working?
It was the last time I saw it.
Where is the TV now?
She introduced me to my last boyfriend, and it was a very abusive relationship. He tried to kill me, so I just left everything in the home. I don't know what happened after that.
And when did that happen?
That was March of 2016.
And after March of 2016, you had no contact with this television, with this 32-inch television.
Exactly.
When was the argument you had with the plaintiff?
June of 2016.
June, after that. So I assume that you were still friends before that.
We were still friends on the basis of people knew our relationship together, and they came to me every time she was in an alcoholic binge or...
I just wanted, did you have contact with her?
Yes.
You did. Were you aware that she had been in a relationship with someone that terminated? Just look at me. Don't think of how this is going to help your story.
Can you repeat the
Just,
question, please?
Want me to repeat the question?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can process it.
Yes.
No. Were you aware that she had been in a relationship with a man that terminated?
Yes, I had introduced them to each other.
So you were aware that in March of 2016, she left that relationship?
It was actually February.
Before?
Yes.
Great. And did you know where she went to live?
She didn't go anywhere. She actually still lived in that apartment. When the case happened with them, restraining order was put against him, so all of his belongings were still in the home that they lived in on University, the home that I actually continuously went to, and my TV was still there.
She says she hasn't seen the TV since March of 2016. Is that right?
I moved out of the house in August, but I feel like all of his stuff has started, like he had a police escort come and start taking his things around June. I feel like it might have been May, actually.
Okay. You don't have the TV anymore.
No.
And the TV has no value. So I actually don't believe you that this was a loansy. I think that you got a new TV. This TV was valueless. Even if it had a value, today's value, maybe today's value a year later, maybe somebody would buy it at a garage sale for $25. I'm not awarding you anything. Okay, let's go to the next item of business. The next item of business is a cell phone. Now, I want you to be careful, Ms. Rodriguez, because so far I didn't believe the first story you told me. So that makes your testimony suspect. You want to tell me the day and date first that your cell phone got broken.
It was October 6th.
October 6th, what year?
2016.
Where?
It was at her apartment. Her different apartment. She had moved to Powderhorn.
Now I'm going to ask you a really important question, Ms. Rodriguez. Easy enough to verify. In October of 2016, when you were in the defendant's house, did you see your TV?
No.
Right. Perfect.
No.
Perfect. You want to tell me what you were doing at her house on October 6th?
I had went to peacefully try to resolve and getting my television back. My sister had gone off to college, and I had wanted to give her that TV to use during college.
Okay, but you didn't see the TV there.
I didn't see it there.
Right.
I tried to peacefully resolve.
Oh, how do you want to peacefully resolve it? How do you peacefully resolve it? You know I'm not believing you, right?
Correct.
You know I'm not believing you.
Sure.
Okay. So you got to the house. When immediately preceding October 6th, had you gone to the defendant's house before?
No.
No. You mean October 6th was the first day you were ever at her new apartment?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. How did you get her address?
A mutual friend of ours had provided it.
Okay.
You stalked me.
Now, let me go back a second to this other nonsense that you're suing her for, which is gas money.
Sure.
Okay. Now, tell me when you believe she owes you money for what trip? When did you go on a trip that she owes you gas money for?
We had went to it.
Day and date.
We had went on a trip in June of 2016 to a festival in Michigan.
June 2016. Okay. And who drove?
I did.
So you picked her up?
Yes.
Did she go into the house?
No.
Let's get back to the phone. October 6, 2016, you went to her house to, according to you, resolve the issue of the TV, which you didn't see in the house. And?
It went very, very badly.
Well, no, I want you to tell me what happened. You went in there and you said to her, she said to you, did you call first before you went over?
No.
So you went over unannounced. What time?
It would have been at 4 p.m.
It was later than that.
What time?
I think it was like 5:36. I was just getting off of work.
Okay, keep going.
So I had gone in, she had let me into the apartment, in which a fight escalated. She had...
No, I want you to tell me what you said to her and what she said to you. She was coming home from work.
I said once again from the text messages that I sent her, it had been a really long time. All I would like is for my TV back. I would like to be done with this friendship and to call it quits after that. She didn't like that fact, so then it escalated into a scuffling match where she actually physically dragged me out of the apartment.
Are you telling me that at that time she didn't say to you, I don't have your TV?
Yes, that's what she told me. I didn't see it in her apartment.
And you said to her,
I...
just a second, don't make it up. She said to you, I don't have your TV. Look around my apartment. I don't have your TV anymore. And what did you say to her?
It just basically, I just started announcing that I was really upset with the fact of that she would be this spiteful towards me when I was being nothing but helpful.
What were you being helpful about?
Helpful by letting her use my TV, transporting
you gave her
to
the TV. You gave her the TV a year before. You changed your mind.
I didn't give her the TV.
Okay. Yes, you did.
No, I
okay,
didn't.
So you come in, you see there's no TV. She says, I don't have your TV anymore. What else were you fighting about, Miss Rodriguez?
It was just that specifically, how spiteful that she was in this entire relationship. Friendship. Relationship. Oh, heck.
Don't.
I don't swing that way.
Don't speak.
Not my type.
Just a second. Don't.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I had recited that she had been very spiteful.
I heard she'd been very spiteful. Okay, and she told you to get out. I don't have your TV.
And then it started turning into a shoving
match. Well, how did that come about? She told you, get out. I don't have your TV. You had to leave.
No, she kept throwing a lot of slurs at me. She kept pushing me and shoving me, and then eventually it just got into a scuffling match where she basically dragged me outside. She went back into the apartment, came out with my phone, threw it, hit the pavement, shut the door.
Did she tell you to leave her home?
No.
You mean she was pushing you out the door, not telling you to get out?
No.
Ms. Rodriguez? I don't believe you. I don't think I'm ever going to figure out exactly what this case is about, and quite frankly, I don't care. I'm not wasting another second worth of time over a 5-year-old television set that you gave her as a gift. We're done. Your case is dismissed. You were in an automobile accident that you claim was the defendant's fault.
Right.
I don't think that the defendant would deny that if there was an accident, it was her fault. She says there was no accident.
That's interesting.
Okay, that's what she says. She says there was no accident. So why don't you tell me the date of this accident?
June 27th, 2017.
What time?
2:15 in the afternoon.
Could you go over to the board and show me which one was your car?
I am the orange car with the P on a plaintiff.
Okay, so you were going straight down the road. The defendant had a stop sign.
Correct. I had the right-of-way on this Main Street, Grand Via Altamira.
So she went through the stop sign.
Correct. Right in front of me. Across in front of me.
She crossed in front of you?
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then she shot through, so she didn't hit me. She headed towards this curb here, and then to avoid hitting the curb, she swerved out and struck my right front fender and her left front wheel.
Okay. Do you have a photograph of the damage?
Yes, I did.
I'd like to see it.
Since the car is brand new, I had a very difficult time taking pictures because it's shiny and I got a lot of reflection.
What kind of car was it?
2017 Porsche Boxster. Okay. Do you want her damage also?
First, let me see yours.
Okay.
Did you both get out of your car?
Yes, we did.
Show me where you were when you both got out of the car.
Right in the same area here.
So she stopped?
Yes, she did. And then as she did so, she said, I have a microfiber cloth in my car.
Well, first she stopped.
Okay.
Didn't say anything. She stopped, she got out of the car.
She apologized profusely.
What did she say?
She said, I'm so sorry, I tried not to hit you and I swerved, but I didn't make it.
Her son was traveling with her in the car. Where was he? In the passenger seat in the front or in the back?
I believe so, in the front seat.
You believe so?
Yes.
Were you in the front seat?
Yes.
Did you exchange information?
We exchanged phone numbers.
Not insurance information?
Not at that time. We exchanged phone numbers. She texted her phone number to me there on the scene. And for some unknown reason, one of the phone numbers she gave me for her home was a Minnesota phone number, and I don't know why.
Did she give you a working phone number?
Yes, the cell number. She texted it to me as I stood there, and I have the text with me.
I'd like to see it.
And the whole time that she had stopped, her son kept saying, "I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry, Mom," about 3 times. She never gave me her license or any type of address. I had to go seek that out for myself.
Well, you asked her for your insurance registration card.
And she never gave it to me.
Why not?
I gave my insurance card.
No, your number.
I have the complete text exchange between
May
us.
I see it?
No license.
Did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because we came close, but I did not.
That's baloney. That's
not.
baloney. It's baloney. Because you wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her.
We stopped.
You wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her. So my question to you, I'm going to repeat it again. Why did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her?
I told my insurance company that I did not feel an impact. We were very close, and I rolled down my window, and she was right there.
That's not true. How could you lie? Is that what you want to teach him? How to lie? Is that what you want to teach your son, how to lie?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, that's what you're doing. Because your son was in the car, he knows that you hit her. So if what you want to do is teach him how to grow up to be a liar, you're doing a good job.
That is not what I want to do.
Well, then you want to tell me why you told your insurance company that there was no accident.
Because, do you want me to go?
No, I want you to tell me. You and I both know that there was an accident. We both know it because everything she told me was true. That you got out of the car, that you said, "I'm so sorry, I tried to avoid you."
I did not say that.
Tell me what you said. Just a second. Just remember who you're telling the story to and who was there and heard you. Just remember.
Okay.
Great.
I made the turn.
You went through a stop sign. She had the right of way.
Yes, she did. And it was very clear. I could see around the corner there was no car coming.
Well, there was a car coming.
Well, it was not.
There was a car coming because her car was coming.
Okay.
So you didn't see it. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe you were having an argument with your son. Maybe you were having a heated discussion with your son. Whatever it was, you blew a stop sign. You blew the stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign.
Well, you did because you hit her. She had the right of way. If you came in close contact with her, or if you swerved to avoid her, then you still blew a stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign. I come out of this neighborhood every day because I live there. And I have to be very careful because sometimes people blow.
We're talking about June 27th, 2017. Make sure you're careful because otherwise you brought him here. I'll ask him questions. Do you understand? Nope. I didn't ask you to do anything yet.
I made the turn and I was going and I saw a car speeding from my left side.
Yeah, just a minute. Just to make sure you realize who you're telling me this story in front of.
And I stopped and I didn't feel anything or hear anything. And so I was relieved. I rolled down my window and she said, "What the hell are you doing?" And I got out of my car and she backed up and she goes, "Look at the scratch on my car." And then she looks at my car and she said, "And there's no damage to your car." She said, "My husband is going to kill me."
What kind of car were you driving?
A Tesla Model X.
Yes. Go ahead.
And so I said, "Well, I have a microfiber cloth in my car. Do you want me to try to wipe your scratch?" And she said, "Sure." So I did that.
Just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that a lady, for no reason, would say, "Let me go in my car," when there was no contact between your car and hers, and get a cloth and try to polish out a scratch? You telling me that you want me to believe that? That you did that?
Well, I was...
No way in the world. I didn't make that spot on the floor, but let me get down and let me wash the floor. Let me try to get the spot out of the floor, even though I had nothing to do with it. You trying to tell me that a lady like you try to buff out a scratch on her car that she didn't cause? Do you understand where I'm going?
I understand where you're going.
Great.
So we got out, we both took pictures, and she wanted to file a claim, so I gave her my information and the insurance.
Why in the world would you give her your information, madam, if there had been no contact with the car?
Because I didn't want to have an argument with her. I figured the insurance company could deal with it.
If you told the insurance company that there was no accident, the insurance company said, our insurance said there was no contact between...
Well, no, they investigated it. And I have the pictures from the insurance company of both cars.
Would you like to see a picture of her wheel?
I would love to see the full report of your insurance company. I want to see if you said to them there was no contact with the car.
I have the pictures.
I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car. I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car.
I don't have a report from the insurance
That
company.
I'm not interested. Can I see a bill to fix your car, please?
I do have a letter from the insurance company.
I don't read letters from insurance companies.
I have 2 estimates.
You have the final
And
bill there, Kim.
Just a second. Just give me the 2 estimates, please. Not a good example, Miss Ramsdale.
And here's a picture of her wheel and the fact that the wheel is tainted.
Would you just do me a favor and give me an estimate? That's what I asked for. I didn't ask for all those documents. I asked you for the estimates.
I'm sorry.
Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $13.15. We're done. Mr. George, I'm going to speak to you. This is your stepdaughter.
Yes.
And this is your daughter?
Yes.
Your complaint alleges that there was an argument in your house.
Yes.
And that your stepdaughter and your daughter caused some damage to both the house and later to a car.
Yes.
Miss Carroll says that this argument was precipitated by something that you did, that she really didn't cause any damages, all as a result of your bad behavior. So, Miss Carroll, I'm going to start with you. Let me try to understand what this argument was about. On the 13th of May of this year, according to what I read in your mother and stepfather's petition, you came to your mother's home because some friends of yours had a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
And these people didn't have the wherewithal to take care of this baby.
Yes, the proper things.
So you came to the house to see if you could give the baby to your mother.
No, Your Honor, I didn't come to the house to see if I can give the baby to my mother. I asked her if it was possible to watch the baby because she did offer, so we came back.
That's not what I'm reading. So you wanted your mother to take care of the baby until you came back from where?
Just for the mother to have a break, just back to my house, just for the break.
For how long?
For a couple hours, that's what was discussed.
That's not what I'm getting from here. What I'm getting from here is that the fight was about you wanted your mother to take care of the baby for an extended period of time, and your mother said to you, well, I don't mind doing that, but we'd have to do it legally through the court. Well, legally through the court is not for a couple of hours babysitting. Legally through the court means you wanted to leave the baby with them.
Correct.
Well, then which one is it? Don't listen. If you tell the truth, you don't have to have a long memory. If you're going to make up stories, you're going to look very foolish and it's going to be very unpleasant. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Now, on the 13th of May of this year, you came and you asked your mother to do what?
To watch the child.
For how long?
For a long period of time.
Did you tell her why?
Because the parent didn't have anything for the baby at all, and I don't have anything at my house because I don't have any kids. And my mom has a 2-year-old, which is my youngest sister, so she has supplies and things for the baby that we do not have, I do not have.
Well, did these people live with you, the mother of this baby, the father of this baby? How do you know them?
I met her through another friend, and we're close friends.
I mean, is there something wrong with her?
She came asking for help to me because everyone turned her down for a specific reason, which I did not know that.
They turned her down for what reason?
I do not know the reason they turned her down, but that's my friend.
When you asked your mother if she would take this baby for an extended period of time, what did your mother say to you?
My mother says she will take the baby with proper documentation.
So she wanted to go through court.
Exactly.
And what did you say to her?
I said, okay, Ma, then we can do that, no problem. But the mother didn't have the stuff for the baby because she had a situation incident where she lost her apartment, she was homeless, and she did not have proper documentation because all the baby stuff and her stuff had gotten lost in the moving situation. That's what I was trying to explain to my mother.
What stuff? You mean like a birth certificate?
birth certificate, social security card, and she did not have the money to replace anything else. She was messed up.
Listen, if this is your good friend, why didn't you say, come and stay with me?
I'm not in that situation right now, Your Honor.
What do you mean you're not in that situation? You have no kids. You said to me, I have no kids. This was a good friend of mine.
Exactly.
And she was homeless. Why didn't you say, come move in with me?
Okay, so back in New York, I have a program apartment to the point where somebody else is paying my rent. So I'm not allowed to have people live with me while I'm in that program apartment. So therefore, my mom pays her own rent out of pocket. I don't pay out of pocket. I get help. So therefore...
You have children?
No children. I'm single.
Do you work?
No, I do not work. I receive disability.
In any event, at some point, the argument with your mother precipitated your stepfather, according to you, coming in to find out what this was all about.
Exactly.
Because mother said, I'm not doing this unless it's through the courts, so I have proper documentation. Your stepfather, according to you, came in and said, what are you trying to do? You want us to take this baby so that you and your friends could go out partying and having a good time? And then you and your stepfather got into a fight.
Yes, because he then came out the room and said to me, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And I said to him, I am not trying to take advantage of her. This conversation is between me and my mother.
No, it isn't.
Mind your business.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Because it's not between them.
Is that your mother's husband?
Yes, that's her husband. That's
Then
not my
listen to
legal
me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want you to sound stupid, because what you just said to me is stupid. If you're having a conversation with your mother who lives with her husband, and you're asking your mother to take an infant into the house to take care of that infant, it has to do with her husband who lives there. He's not delivering a pizza. He lives there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
So what do you mean it has nothing to do with him? So you told him to butt out, it had nothing to do with you, it only has to do with my mother?
Yes.
You mean you think that when a baby cries in the middle of the night, only one set of ears hears that baby crying in the middle of the night? Or two sets of ears?
Two sets of ears.
Yeah, two sets of ears. Where you're not, because you're living in prepaid housing for single people without a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So he said, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And then what happened?
Then I started speaking back to him, telling him basically...
Not basically. You told him it was none of his business. It was between you and your mother.
Yes, I did tell him that, Your Honor.
Right. And then?
We started going to a verbal argument, like I told you.
Okay, so you were shouting at each
other,
and
saying
then,
disrespectful
and
things
then,
to each other.
And then?
And then Larry then came over, past my mom, because I guess I said something to him that hit the heart. He came over after me. The TV is sitting on the table. It's a flat screen, very fragile. It's sitting on the table. Larry pushes me into the TV. My elbow then hits the TV.
What?
My mom grabs him.
Just, okay, now let's stop right there. So that's how the TV got broken, according to you. How'd the TV get broken?
The TV got broken because Miss Valencia was very angry.
Don't tell me she was very angry.
Okay,
Just
the
tell
TV
me
got
what.
broke because she hit the TV.
How?
Like this. She punched it.
With her what?
With her fist. Like she shoved it like that.
Where was your husband?
Well, the way my apartment is, I was trying to get Valencia to leave because I asked my husband for permission about the child. And he said no, absolutely not, so that they could run the street. So as I was trying to get Valencia, my daughter, out because the verbal got really crazy, I was bringing her past and she said, Mike Larry, and she pushed the TV.
Okay, good. You have a bill for the TV?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
I also have photos of my TV as well.
No, just give me a bill for the TV. I want to see when you bought it and what you paid for it.
Okay, I purchased it out of Walmart. I did not know that I needed the actual receipt. I don't have the actual receipt.
Well,
I had bought it years ago.
How many years ago?
Maybe about a year and a half ago.
Now I'll see a picture of it. So after the TV got broken,
yes,
what happened next?
Me and my friend then left the house.
Oh, so you were there with your friend?
Yes, she was there.
With the baby?
Yes, the baby was there with her. We were all upstairs. We came upstairs because we was asking her if she can take the baby. It wouldn't be correct if the baby wasn't there.
It's not like you're pawning off a kitten, you know. This is not a kitten.
Your Honor, like I said, the
Or a
offer
bird.
was made, so we tried to take the offer. Why not?
Because it's not a parakeet, it's a child. Mr. Smith, how did you meet the plaintiff?
The plaintiff was a friend of a friend. Approximately 3 years ago, my cat needed babysitting, so I initiated her. I re-met her again a year ago.
And when you say you initiated something a year ago, tell me what it was that you initiated.
I had purchased a 100-year-old house, and I was conversing with my friends, and she was present about the problems I was having with fixing the house up. I had hired an inspector, but he didn't do a good job. I needed plumbing, a roof, electrical. There was no foundation on my house.
Were you living there?
I was residing there, yes.
With all those things not being there, no foundation, no plumbing, nothing.
They were operational, but not totally functional.
Now we're going to get back how you came to her to help you with all these problems. Stop playing with the papers. There are more papers there than in the Supreme Court.
He's got a long history, Your Honor. Sorry.
This is going to be very short. Trust me.
I hired an agent to redo the roof, which I knew needed. She offered to do it. She said she was a contractor.
She offered to do the roof herself? Or to?
That's what she offered, with a crew of hers.
With a crew?
Correct. But she doesn't have a contractor's license, and she's been on disability since 1992. And I gave her a small portion of the job to put in a solar tube light in the roof.
Did you hire her to do the roof job?
Yeah, I did pay her, yes.
How much?
About $25,000.
To act as a GC, general contractor, getting crews to do things in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you acknowledge, Ms. Smith, that you were paid to do some GC work, general contracting work in his house?
No, I was not, Your Honor.
You were never paid?
I reimbursed employees that...
Don't try to double talk me. Were you ever paid by Mr. Smith for work that you or crews hired by you did on his house?
No, Your Honor. I helped him hire the people. He said he needed people, and he wanted me to oversee the workers for work on his house. I did not employ him myself. He did.
Just a second. I got it. I got it. I got her. I got it. I got her. How much do you get from disability a month?
I don't get disability.
You don't get any kind of disability. Be very careful. You don't get any kind of disability.
I had disability. That's why I met Mr. Smith.
Just a second. I asked you a question. What year did you start to collect disability?
I was injured at one time in 1992.
1992.
Mm-hmm.
In what year, which is even more interesting, did you stop collecting disability?
2015.
So, according to you, until shortly before you started to do work for him, you were collecting disability.
I did not work.
Now tell me why your disability benefits were cut off last year.
That has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it has everything to do with this case. It has everything to do with your last answer. Because when I ask you, well, you paid money to GC, and you start dancing around because if you were paid $25,000 to GC a project, even though you paid other people, then you committed fraud on the federal government. They're going to come looking for you. It has everything to do with this case. You want to tell me why your disability was stopped, if it was?
It had nothing to do with my case with him.
Really? Your case is dismissed. You may be hustling for a long time, Ms. Smith, but you don't hustle me. You don't hustle me. You don't answer my questions, your case is dismissed. Now, according to you, you let her stay in the house while she was doing some GC work on the house. She of course said in her now dismissed claim that she was a renter and you illegally evicted her and therefore she wants $5,000. That's what her case was about, that I just disposed of. Now we're going to get to your counterclaim. The counterclaim says that she proceeded to, after her keys were taken away, to engage in a course of conduct that was harassment. And at one point, she broke into your house and assaulted you. You want to tell me about it?
I allowed her to stay in the room as a guest. She lived 40 miles away. I was trying to help her. She had lack of assets. And she disappeared for 3 weeks, and there was a foul order coming from the room.
When was this? Give me the month.
November.
Okay.
I entered the room. I found stolen property of mine, an old flight suit, camera lenses, dog tags, 7 pairs of scissors. It was a total mess. I decided at this point in time that she had been gone for 3 weeks with no communication. Perhaps it was time I changed the locks. She arrives home. She doesn't even try the lock. She climbs under the house where the foundation wasn't yet, into the basement, into the kitchen, upstairs, pummeled me, grabbed my laptop, and ran away.
Did you call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
I'll provide you with all the police.
No, don't give me everything. Just give me the first police report when she came in and came into the house. When was the last time you had any contact with her?
In court, approximately 3 weeks ago.
What court?
She had filed another motion to dismiss my protection order. She showed up late beyond the roll call and argued with the judge that she was there, and when she wasn't.
You filed the protective order. Was it finally granted?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long do you have the protective order for?
A year starting March of this year.
And that's to keep her away from your house?
And no contact
And you.
me.
And no Would you put the papers down? Is there any reason whatsoever that you would want to have any contact whatsoever with Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a protection order against Mr. Smith in December of 2015.
Was it granted?
Yes, it was.
For how long?
For 30 days, and I came down
Just
with
a
ocular
second.
migraines and could not make the hearing.
I don't care. It was dismissed. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, just like his
Fine.
order, because it was default.
Just
I was not able to make it.
He has an order of protection against you. That means he can't come near you, which he has not. There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you.
Actually, I've got phone calls, Your Honor.
There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you. So why would... What part of put the papers down don't you get? You have no reason to look at papers. I've dismissed your claim. I'm merely addressing the countersuit.
Well, I have evidence for the countersuit, Your Honor.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when you found that the locks were changed.
I was not informed the locks were changed, Your Honor. I have...
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when the locks were changed.
That day earlier, the day before, when I was driving there, or actually from 3 days before, Mr. Smith was locked out of the house. He called and he wanted me to come home because he wanted me to let him in the house because he had lost his key.
Yes.
And then he had told me that he had crawled under the house. Well, when I came back in town, I was only gone for 3 days. And I have text messages and his employees that worked under me, matter of fact, the day before, he had taken my purse. Mr. Stevens had my purse and had sent it over to Marshall's house, which was my house, because I'd left it in Cooley Down with him, and he had sent it.
Mr. Smith, when was the last contact you had with her?
Approximately 3 weeks ago.
And that was
at the hearing.
Okay, so this is really what you...
Yes, ma'am.
Pay careful attention. This is really what you have to do. You have to tell your lawyer that at some point, your lawyer has to move before the court not to allow her, without a judge okaying it first, to file a petition against you, to reinstate her protective order, to vitiate your protective order. Sometimes when people file serial orders and there's something wrong with them, judges will do that. They will say, before a clerk can file anything, it needs a judge's counter-signature. Do you understand? What does that mean?
I would like to make one short comment.
Yes.
The judge at the last hearing stated she's a vexed litigant.
I mean, those are nice words. If they were said, that doesn't mean an order.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
By a judge that says, before you may file another proceeding against Marshall Smith, you must get judicial approval to do that, which means the judge has to look at the allegations, look at the history of the case, and say, not again on my watch. Do you understand? Your counterclaim is dismissed. You have an attorney. Your claim is for sure dismissed. We're done. Mr. Pritchard, you know the defendant because he is a brother-in-law of this young lady who is either your girlfriend or your fiance, that's how you refer to her.
That's correct, yes.
And you have an order of protection against him because he beat you up.
Correct, yeah.
He assaulted, there's no such thing as, he assaulted you.
Yes.
And I know that Mr. Abrahamson, I know that you assaulted him.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And you say you assaulted him because he's a stoner, which I assume you mean he uses drugs.
No, Your Honor,
What does that mean?
Well, he has
You
been...
say he's a stoner who took your sister-in-law, that's this young lady,
Yes, ma'am.
down a bad path.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you called him a stoner.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that mean?
Well, he smokes a lot of weed. He
That's what I
does a
thought,
lot of
drugs.
drugs. Yes, ma'am.
And is that the reason you beat him up?
No, ma'am.
What'd you beat him up for?
No, ma'am. September 14th, 2015, I had a camera set up in my computer room. I have a couple slot machines. Money has been stolen previously from me. So I had that set up, and at the time, it was 8:25. The camera was turned over, slot machine was broken into, money was gone. I came home that day, looked in the slot machine, money was gone. I'm like, what's going on here?
Well, did they live with you?
No, they had to come to my house to get food for at their mom and dad's house. Their dad was in the hospital, so the mom wasn't there. So we had bought them food so they could bring back to the house.
Were they living together?
I am not sure.
You don't know?
No, ma'am.
Are you sick?
I was crying.
What'd you beat him up for?
19.
My question to you is, are you sick now?
No.
What's your first name?
Molly.
Take a breath. Is that your sister? Did you used to live with her?
No.
Did you ever live with her, Molly?
No.
Who do you live with now?
I live with Josh.
Do you work?
No. I'm in school.
What school do you go to?
Minnesota Virtual High School in Minneapolis.
Do you go to school every day?
Yeah, it's online.
So you're an online, you don't
Yes.
leave the house?
I
mean,
no.
But you don't go to school?
No.
And what does Josh do?
He is unemployed at the moment.
Whose house do you live in?
An older lady, she's a friend of ours, like grandma, we're living with at the moment.
How long have you been living there?
About 6 months, 6 months.
Do you get any money for going to school online?
No.
Do you have to pay any money to do that?
No.
How do you support yourself, Molly?
Food stamps, EBT, from the county.
And how does Josh support himself?
He is doing Social Security right now, disability for his back.
For his what?
He's trying to get accepted for disability for his back.
What's wrong
Social
with his back?
Security. He has, I'm not sure. He would have to explain it. Like,
What's wrong with your back?
I have a congenital fusion, Your Honor, something I was born with, a birth defect. Causes a lot of pain. I'm currently on a 10-pound weight restriction ordered by a neurosurgeon.
Well, there are a lot of jobs you can do without having to lift up 10 pounds.
Not in the county that we live in, Your Honor. There's not much to go on, and the only job that I had going for me was the casino, and thanks to Mr. Abrahamson, I can't work there.
Molly, do you think you're doing well with Josh?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You think that that's the right trajectory for your life?
Yes.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sit down. Do you see your sister at all?
No.
Because of him?
I'm sorry?
Because of him?
Because of Matthew.
So let's get back to the slot machine that was broken into.
Sure.
And I assume that what you're going to tell me is that it was your belief that
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
plaintiff
Yes, Your
stole
Honor.
your money.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me how you came to that conclusion.
My son, he had to come home from school to get some picture for him. They had pictures that day. And he witnessed the car pull in at, what time was it? Do you want to?
Stand up.
The
Tell me
time-
your name.
Aiden Owen.
Tell me about the day that the slot machine got broken into in the house. The money was taken.
I went to school that morning and I,
Where was your dad?
At work.
And your mom?
At work.
And how old are you?
I went inside the house, climbed through the kitchen window because I didn't know that the key was inside the garage. And then I got the picture for him, walked down the street. Well, I locked the door.
So you went out the door?
Yes.
And you locked the door behind you?
Yes. And then I locked it and I went back and I started walking down the road and I seen a Chevy Impala go by me that they used to drive. And obviously it was them. And I went
Did
back.
you see who was in the car?
No.
Now, is this a well-traveled road?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that car before?
Probably every 2 months that I went to my grandma's.
You said something about your grandma.
Oh, I used to go to my grandma's every 2.
And that's where you saw whose truck was it?
Car. It was theirs, but they were borrowing it.
From your grandmother?
No.
From whom?
I have no idea. All I remember is they're borrowing it from a friend.
What color? Chevy Impala, wasn't a truck.
I think it was a silver, grayish.
How far from your house was it?
Probably a block or 2 away.
So you continued to go to school?
Yeah.
And it was based on that you assumed that he was the one who broke into the house?
Well, not broke in. No, we left them the food, so they had permission to be in the house, just not grab the money.
Oh, okay. So how did they get into the house?
Key. We gave them the key. Or they had the key was at my house, so then they could get in because we were at work.
Okay, so you had prepared food for them?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. On the kitchen table.
Was the food gone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So the food was gone?
Food was gone.
As well as the cash?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the assault.
The assault.
Assault is finished with, which
Correct.
so I can...
Correct.
Go ahead.
Yep. So we got home. Well, when I got home, I looked in the slot machine, looked for everything. Money's gone. I call up Tasha to see maybe she had grabbed it. I asked the kids, maybe they grabbed it. Nope. Tasha comes home. That's why I have the video right here for coming home. We're looking. We called those guys. We called the plaintiffs. Said we'll be over at 7. We just got a voicemail. We'll be over at 7 to get our money. We want our money back. We go over there. Molly's sleeping. Josh wasn't. We didn't see him. So we went inside. Molly, where's Josh? She wakes up. What's going on? What's going on? And like, we know you took the money. We want our money. We were pretty not happy at the time. So we get it out of her. Oh, it's all my idea. We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
Molly said.
Yes, ma'am.
Molly said, it was all my idea.
We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
And your wife was with you.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And that's what your sister said.
Correct.
It was my idea. Okay.
And then we found out Josh was in the bathroom. I broke in, and that's when the assault occurred. It was all done, went home.
Did you get your money?
No, ma'am. From what? He doesn't have a job. I can't get anything.
Well, what'd they do with the money?
We still had the money, Your Honor. We did offer it back to him. He wasn't concerned with that, though.
No.
How much money did you take?
$40, ma'am. And
Why'd you take the money?
I didn't take it.
Molly did.
Yes.
Did she tell you why she took the money?
There was a miscommunication between her and her mother. Her mother did say that there was going to be $40 for us to help us get through. She was planning on being gone for a while down at the hospital with her dad in recovery. There was a miscommunication. I didn't know exactly what the whole deal was, but from what I gathered out of it, I guess we were supposed to grab it out of a bank account, but she had thought that it was supposed to be given to us from there.
Okay, so that's when the assault took place.
Yes,
He pled guilty to something, and as a result of that, he got an order of protection.
Yes.
And this is what this case is about. Is your claim, Mr. Pritchard, that Mr.
Abrahamson.
Abrahamson, no, I can't say that. Mr. Abrahamson continues to violate the order of protection.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Pritchard, you've known this family for a long time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice to go to the casino before you got the job there? Think before you answer the question, otherwise I bring Molly up, and Molly's not going to be happy if I bring her up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice? Some people like the casino, and some people don't go to the casino regularly. So you know them for a long time.
Yes.
And you're not a regular worker bee. So did you know that it was his practice to go to the casino for entertainment?
Yes, Your Honor. I had worked there before.
Okay. And how frequently did he go to the casino before?
Before, from
Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week?
maybe twice a month.
On the weekends?
Yes.
And would you see him there?
Yes.
Where would you see him?
On the floor at a slot machine.
Did he go with his wife?
On occasion, yes. A lot of times he
Sometimes?
was there on his own, yeah.
And sometimes on his own?
Yes.
And when did this assault take place? Give me the
September
date.
14th
Of last year.
2015.
And when did you start to work at the casino?
March of 2016.
So you started to work at the casino knowing that he went there twice a month, either alone or with his wife.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right. So it was not surprising to you to find him at the casino because you knew that he was a regular at the casino.
That's correct.
Great. Now you have a video to show me, I assume. There's something there to show me how you believe he harassed you. By the way, when did you leave the casino? When did you leave that job?
At the end of May, Your Honor.
Of
2016. Yeah.
So you had that, listen to me.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
So you had that job for less than 8 weeks.
Yes.
Prior to that, where did you work?
Before that, I was working for Dairy Queen, I believe.
What do you mean you believe? Were you working for Dairy Queen or were you not working
Yes,
for
I
Dairy
was.
Queen? A cone and a little ice cream doesn't weigh more than 10 pounds. What happened to that job? I assume there's one Dairy Queen in your neighborhood?
Yes.
So it's very easy to find out? Tell me what happened to that job and when.
I had left that job, Your Honor. We had new management.
You had new management, so what did new management have to do with you?
We weren't getting along.
You weren't getting along with the new team.
Right.
And from when to when did you work for Dairy Queen?
October 30th, I believe, is when I started. And January 5th, maybe, was when
So
I
you
quit.
worked there also for less than 8 weeks?
Yeah,
And that was January of 2016.
correct.
And then you were unemployed for 2 months. And then you got a job and had that job for another 8 weeks. Now, prior to working for Dairy Queen, who did you work for?
I believe I was unemployed for a little while, Your Honor.
What's a little while? From September of 2015, when this assault took place, to May of 2016, did you work more than 16 weeks? 8 weeks or less for Dairy Queen and 8 weeks or less at the casino?
No.
Did you work for anybody else?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Okay. Little store, Your Honor. Little store? Gas station?
From when to when did you work at the little store?
From May of 2015 until September when the assault took place, Your Honor.
Okay. May, June, July, August. So that you worked the gas station for 4 months.
Yes.
In 2015.
Correct.
From September 2015 until May of 2016, am I correct that you held 2 jobs, both for a series of weeks, one for Dairy Queen and one at the casino?
Correct.
What'd you do with the rest of the time?
I was in recovery for a little while after the assault. A lot of the times I was scared to leave my house. It was one of the big reasons why I didn't have any jobs. I've also been going through this disability, Your Honor.
Well, then my question to you, and then we're going to look at your video. Then my question to you, Mr. Pritchard, is if you were scared to go out of the house,
yes,
what did you take a job for at a casino where you knew the defendant frequented? Mr. McDonald, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Okay.
You and Miss Perez worked at the same place. You were the manager of the place where you worked. What kind of facility was that?
It's a check cashing.
You were the manager, and what role did you have there?
I was assistant manager.
You were selling a car.
That is correct.
And Miss Perez and you came to an agreement that she was going to purchase the car. When was that, Mr. McDonald?
We started talking about it probably about August 11th, 2016.
Did she purchase it in August of 2016?
Yes, she did.
And she gave you a down payment?
That is correct.
How much?
$2,500.
And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month.
The agreement was that she would give me $100 every payday, which would be $200 per month, some months $300.
And in the month of September, did the payments start immediately in September, or were they delayed until October?
No, ma'am, they started till October 1st was her first payment.
Did she make a payment in October?
Yes, she did.
Did she make a payment in November?
Yes, she did. It was late.
Okay, but she made a payment in November.
That's correct.
Did she make a payment in December?
No.
Do you have any proof that you made a payment in December?
No.
Then you didn't make the payment in December. Why did you not make the payment in December?
I spoke with Larry and I let him know that my daughter, we had a situation out of town, and he was okay with me not making a payment. And I told him I'll make up for it in January.
Did you make a payment in January?
Yes, I did.
Did she make a payment in January?
In January, yes.
Okay, January what?
January 19th.
And how much did she give you in January?
$200.
Had she had a discussion with you in December about some emergency that she had?
She had a discussion with me to tell me that she needed time off work to take her daughter back to see her aunt, and that she would be back at a time, but did not.
Did she tell you anything? Well, you must have asked her what about the car payment for December.
Yes, and she said she was going to be making it.
And she did not?
No.
In January, however, she made the payment on the 19th.
That's correct.
And on that same day, when she made the payment, you repossessed the car. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you didn't tell her when she made the payment to you that you were repossessing the car because you knew, according to you, that she was going to be fired from her job the following week. Is that correct? That's what you say.
That's correct, but the fact is that she only had made up to January 19th and made 2 payments, so she was 6 payments behind.
No,
yes.
sir.
Yes, she
Not
was.
according to you.
No?
I just asked you those questions, sir. I said, did she make a payment to you in October?
Which
You
she
said
did,
you were
one
paid.
payment. You asked me if she made a payment, and I said yes, she made one. She made 1 payment in November.
Of how much?
$100 each, both times.
So she made $200, and she was supposed to pay you how much?
$400.
$400 a month. So $200.
No, okay, let me back up. October, she should have paid me $200, $100 for each pay period.
Just a second. So she paid you $200.
No,
How much did she pay you?
$100.
Okay, so she only made 1 payment in
That
October.
is correct.
Got it. Now I got it. You have proof that you made 2 payments in October. Question. There's a question before you. Did you make 2 payments in October?
No.
In November, how many payments did she make?
1 payment of $100.
Do you have proof that you made 2 payments in November? Because you were supposed to make 2 a month, right? Well, then he had every right to repossess your car. Because what he said was, initially, I said, well, if she made her payments in October and November, she missed December, but then she paid in January. She gave him $200 in January, and he took the car back right after the payment. That sounds a little sketchy. But you didn't pay him in October. You didn't pay him in November because you owed him money in both October and November. You didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't pay him in January until January 19th. What did you expect him to do?
No,
Give you a gold star?
I did make 2 payments, but I made 1 payment in October.
You made a payment of how much? $100.
In October, no, 135 plus 115 because we went half on the thermostat that went out. So I made a payment.
Listen to me. I don't care about the thermostat that went out. You were supposed to pay him $100 a pay period.
Yes.
How many payments did you make him?
I made one payment of $250 in October.
$250. Show me.
I can show you the text that I text them, and I can't show you.
November.
Nope.
Well, you knew you were coming to court today, madam. This is your case. What you're suing him for is
all my
the money.
evidence was in the Jeep. I had receipts like this in the Jeep. I didn't think my Jeep was going to get taken, so I don't have evidence. I don't want to say yes, I did when I can't come here and prove it to you, but everything's in the Jeep.
No, there wasn't.
Shh.
Sorry.
Shh.
There was nothing in the Jeep that was not given back to her. Everything that was in the Jeep.
Sorry, Miss Perez.
Your Honor, there is a few things.
Sorry, Miss Perez. He didn't steal the vehicle. He repossessed the car because you hadn't been making payments to him as you were supposed to make payments to him while you were working for him.
Yep.
And then you were going to get fired, so we knew for sure you weren't going to make any payments.
And
yet,
she also
you didn't make payments when you were working and getting paid at all in December.
It was just December. I made
No. You have no proof that you made all your payments in October or November.
And she had her insurance canceled 4 different times through this whole thing.
No, I didn't.
I've got evidence.
Doesn't matter. She has no case. Now, you have a counterclaim.
That is correct.
Your counterclaim is for damage to the vehicle and impound fees.
That is correct.
What impound fees?
Because she reported the car stolen, and the car wasn't stolen, she was told that...
Just a second. Did you give her notice that you would repossess the car?
I told her that I took the car when I paid her off.
And when was that?
That was the following Tuesday. Because of the fact...
Just a second. When had she reported the car stolen? That was immediately.
The 20th.
So then, you have to pay the impound fees.
But the Sacramento Police Department said the report should have never been taken.
Don't tell me what anybody said to you. You had the car, while she was at work, you had the car repossessed. You didn't tell her about it that day. She comes out, she looks for her car's not there. She reports it stolen. She doesn't find out until later, till after you paid her off, days later, that you actually had the car. So if the car was impounded because she reported it stolen, you should have told her immediately. That's all. Now, money owed for damaged vehicle. Tell me how the vehicle was damaged.
Well, there was one damage to the right driver's door, which my witness is the first one that saw it.
Just a second. All you have to do is show me a picture.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have recordings with their insurance saying he didn't know where the vehicle was.
Just a second.
He had
Listen, you have no case. You didn't make your payments.
I just don't. I made payments. I just don't have proof.
I'm sorry.
Because it was repossessed, and he's not going to give me his credit card statement. If you get his credit card statement, it will
Madam,
show.
You acknowledge you made no payments in December, and you didn't make any payments until January 19th. For January.
No.
And that has nothing to do with
January
October and November.
was for December that I talked to him about. In October and November, I only made 1 payment. You asked me if I made 2, and I do have proof. I mean, and his.
You don't have proof.
I don't, because he's repossessed his car, which has all my evidence in it. How's that fair to me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that he lied to everybody.
Next time, keep better evidence.
Yes.
I can't see what you're pointing to, sir. I can't see what this is.
You can see the dent right in the center of the picture.
You're talking about
right there?
Here?
And here's the.
You're talking about here?
Yeah.
Of insurance payments. I've been paying insurance.
I don't care if you've been paying insurance. You weren't paying him.
Yeah, I was.
You have proof that you're paying insurance. Yeah. You should have proof that you were paying him. How did the car get dented here?
I don't know. I wasn't pointed out, he pointed out to me. Oh, well, actually, Marie pointed it out to me, and I told him when I was on the freeway, I heard a dink, but didn't notice anything until she pointed it out. It looks like a rock or a ball, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure it might have been on there before.
Just a second. You saw this, Jen?
Yeah.
Good. Stand up. Did you see how it happened?
No.
No. She doesn't know how it happened either.
But I know the car how it was when Larry gave it to her. And so when I came to work and it was literally 70 feet away from me, I said, what is that dent?
What, it looks like somebody hit a car door onto hers. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was an accident. It
No.
looked like somebody hit their car door into hers.
Or it looks like
or a
someone
ball,
took a
or a
foot.
ball, right?
Something.
Your case is dismissed. Your counterclaim is for the missed payments.
No.
No?
My countersuit is for the insurance to fix the vehicle.
Why is mine dismissed?
Why?
I just told you why. I told you 4 times because you have no proof that you paid him in October and November what you were supposed to pay him. You acknowledge you didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't offer a payment until almost the end of January. Don't speak. That's why your case is dismissed. He had every right to repossess the car. Do you understand? Use the $2,500 deposit to fix the door. You got it? Perfect. We're done. Ms. Tickle, you boarded a horse at the defendant's facility, and you claimed the horse was injured while at that facility.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in addition, that when you tried to get the horse from the facility, the defendant sort of held the horse ransom because she claimed that you owed her money.
Yes.
And I read her answer, and her answer is clear. She said that the horse was, in fact, injured at her facility, correct?
Yes.
And that she immediately called your vet, correct?
Yes.
And that your vet said that in order for your vet to come out to look at the horse, she would have to pay a past due bill of yours in addition to that visit that the vet would make. So what's the name of your vet?
It's one of my vets. It's Dr.
The vet that you called.
Dr. Purdue, who's the person she indicated on the boarding agreement as her vet of record.
Fine. On what date was the horse injured?
September 7th.
Okay. Now, on September 7th, did you owe Dr. Purdue money? That's very easy. I can make a call.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you owe Dr. Purdue?
$280.
How long did you owe Dr. Purdue the $280?
It was 6 months or so, 9 months.
Why didn't you pay the doctor their bill?
I had sold my house and had moved.
Well,
and
okay. You didn't pay the bill. Okay, so
Right.
she's absolutely correct. Called the doctor. The doctor said she owes me money. I'm not coming out to see this horse unless you pay what she owes me plus the visit.
Which was $900, not $250.
Not $280.
Not $280. It was $900. That's what they told me. And it was a year in arrears.
Now, on September 7th, did Miss Tickle owe you any money for boarding the horse?
Yes, she had not paid September's board, which was due on the 1st.
Did she pay August's bill?
She did, but I think it was late.
But she paid August's bill, so by September 7th, she really wasn't that much delayed.
Not too late, no. But
No.
she had disappeared and the horse was supposed to be picked up on September 1st, and I hadn't heard from her and couldn't reach her.
Just a second. When you say the horse was supposed to be picked up, what does that mean?
She advised me sometime in July that the horse was going to be picked up on September 1st. But I never heard from her. She never showed up. Nothing happened. She never called, text, nothing, zero. I thought the horse had been abandoned.
Okay. Now, on September 1st, had you made an arrangement, because I read your complaint, to transfer the horse to another facility that was closer? That's what you say. So be careful your answer.
Right. The date, though, is incorrect. It was an oral statement that
I don't care if it's oral or not. Did you tell her that you were going to be picking up the horse on September 1st because according to you, you were looking for another facility that was much closer to me? Because you told her
But
that.
not on, I said I need to find the right facility. My horse has known allergies, which she gets hives, Your Honor, that are all over her body, and it's a health problem. The hives break open. She's not able to lay down. They get
So why
infected.
didn't you pay your vet?
I paid my vet when I got the bill. There was
you
a problem
didn't.
with my getting mail to my new address. So
when did you move?
I moved in August, put everything in storage. In September, I moved.
Well,
to,
this bill was due in December,
Right,
according
this
to
was
you.
in
So you would have
December.
gotten it January, February, March, April, May. You would have gotten the bill.
Right, Your Honor.
Okay.
Usually, I was present when the vet would come out. This is the first time a vet has ever seen my horse. I've owned her 10 years without me being present.
Ms. Tickle, let's go. How much did you pay the defendant when you went to pick up the horse?
When I went to pick up the horse on...
Yes, in September.
When I actually picked her up in September...
How much did you pay her? Well, let me go back.
Okay.
Ms. Joint, how much was her monthly boarding fee?
$325.
So she owed you that in September?
She owed me that, yes.
Okay. Now, do you know how the horse was injured? It had a large hole in its chest.
I have no idea how the horse was injured. No one was there, no one saw it. It's impossible to know. Horses unfortunately injure themselves quite regularly in their paddocks, and you don't know necessarily how they did it.
I'd like to see what you wrote up about the horse's injury.
What I wrote about...
Did you have a log, I assume, that you keep with regard to the horses that you board?
I don't board horses regularly. This was a one-off situation. She was a companion horse for my horse because another horse went away, so they didn't like being alone. But it's not a regular thing. It's kind of like a roommate situation.
Do you have a contract?
Yes.
I'd like to look at it.
Okay.
I met the defendant because she advertised a stall for rent, boarding stalls in Craigslist.
How long did you keep your horse there?
From January 13th, 2014 until
So it was there for a very long time, and
Yes.
clearly you were satisfied.
Yes.
Otherwise, you would have moved it.
Right. Everything was fine up until I got hurt.
This is your contract. And this says that if the horse becomes injured, which the horse clearly was, that it's your responsibility to first try to contact the boarder.
Which I did desperately.
Just a second. That's fine. And the second thing that you do is if you can't contact her, she gives you permission to contact her vet.
Correct.
Which you did.
Correct.
If the boarder's veterinarian is unavailable, the boarder authorizes the stable to call its veterinarian in an emergency, and that the boarder will be fully responsible for all veterinary charges so incurred. So you really had the responsibility to call a vet, but it's her responsibility to pay.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Correct. So the part of your request for vet bills, she's not responsible for those pursuant to this contract. You are.
Right, Your Honor, but her boarding contract, she doesn't have a home occupational permit to run a boarding stable in Simi Valley, and that's required to...
Hey, you kept the horse there for 9 months.
Right.
When did you have this epiphany that she wasn't allowed to do what she was doing? When did you have this epiphany? When you had a problem?
I needed...
What I'm telling you is you have a contract, and your contract says that you pay the vet bill. Right now, you owe her $325 because your horse was there in the month of September. Has this happened? You paid it?
Yes, I did.
Great. How much did you pay her?
I paid $325. I sent it to her through bill pay.
Is that correct?
It was cancelled. I have an email from my bank saying it was cancelled.
I canceled it, Your Honor, after...
So you owe her $325?
No, I paid that... She gave me a billing, Your Honor, when I came. She never
Pick up the horse. She said to you, you're not getting the horse unless you give me so much money.
Right, and she added on erroneous charges and add-ons.
How much money did you give her?
I gave her $1,584.
Okay, now we come back to you. What is $1,584 for?
It was, I have a line item billing of everything that I did for the horse, being that I had understood the horse was abandoned for the last 2
Well,
months.
I don't care what you understand, actually. I don't care what you understand. 7 days is not abandoned.
She had not been to see that horse for months.
That's not true.
That's actually impossible because she told me that a month prior or 2 months prior, she had a conversation with you that she was moving the horse.
I believe it was a text exchange.
I don't care if it was text or by smoke signals.
She had not been to the facility to see her horse.
Listen to me. It doesn't matter. So far, she owes you $325 for boarding for the month of September.
I'd be happy to show you the billing with the receipts that I have.
She paid you in August.
I apologize, it's complicated because we had
Just a second. No way. No way. So, baloney. Take it back. She owes you $325 because the horse hadn't been there the whole month of September. According to this, twice a month.
She also paid hay in addition to the bull.
I understand that.
And I fed her horse and I gave it medical care, which it was essential, or the horse could have got an infection and been very sick.
Let me tell you what you were required to do pursuant to your contract. You were required to get a vet.
I did. I called the vet and
No, I read your answer.
I spoke to the vet.
I read your answer.
And he gave me his recommendation.
I read your answer. You don't get paid for that. You personally,
For
unless you paid
administering
it, just
care
a second.
to a horse
Listen to me
that's left at my property
Listen to
that's
me
abandoned.
carefully. unless the vet sent you a bill, you don't get paid for that.
How do you?
Did the vet send you the bill for the I'm speaking. Just answer the question. Did the vet send you a bill for the conversation that you had with the vet to tell you how to fix the injury, this large gaping hole in the horse's chest that happened while it was under your care?
No.
Did the vet tell? The answer is no.
He gave me free
so
advice because he
1584
knew
less
I thought it was
325,
abandoned.
which is actually what she owed you, which she didn't pay, which is 162. So far, $1,261. Then you do have to feed your horse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So how much does it cost for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
It was $100 a month average for 6 bales of hay. For that's what my size horse consumes.
Over the 9-month period, what did you pay?
I paid
for
on
food?
average of $120 a month.
Well, now it's from 100 to 120. Why don't we think again? How much did you pay for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
$120 a month was for the hay.
Fine, less 120.
No, I paid that though. I paid that. She would give me.
In
She
September?
would tell me the amount.
Just a second. In September?
That's in her billing.
Just a second. What
That's
billing?
in her billing that she gave to me.
Oh, I'm deducting certain figures. I'm deducting from what you gave her, 1584. I'm deducting what you owe her,
Right.
$325 for the boarding for the month of September.
Right.
You owe her $120 for food. I'm deducting that from the money that you gave her. This is your lawsuit.
$60, Your Honor, because it would have been half the month.
So far, $1,141 is what you're entitled to back from what she gave you, because you're not getting paid for the vet, for you acting like a vet on a horse that was injured on your watch. Food and her monthly boarding for September. What else does she owe you?
Grain, because I had to start feeding the horse because it was losing weight. It was in
Grain.
stress.
Had you, just a second. In the 9 months that you had the horse there, other than September, did you ever feed the horse and bill her for grain? The answer is either yes.
She brought the grain up until around July timeframe. June, July, I started feeding the horse because she was no longer bringing food to
Just
it.
a second. I'm giving you hay. That's in your deal. And I gave you for the whole month, not just half of it. What I asked you was, had you ever previously billed her for grain?
Before July, no, because she bought her
Okay,
own.
1141. What else?
The medical care. I flushed that wound 3 times a day.
1141. That's what you're entitled to, not $4,803. 1141. That takes off the food for the horse and the $325 that you owe her.
Okay.
It actually says in my contract that I'm entitled to bill for medical care I provide the
No,
horse if I have to.
no. Now, it says that you are required to provide veterinary care.
I gave
by
the
a
veterinary care under
Not
veterinary
by-
advice.
Are you a licensed veterinary
No,
doctor?
but my witness is a vet tech, and I went under her advice and the doctor's advice
Good.
on how
You don't
to
get
treat
paid
the
for
wound.
that. 1141. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're
you.
done.
If it were her horse and the tables were turned, I would have called another vet and another vet and another vet.
She didn't contact me for a week after the horse was injured.
Until I had that horse, the gapping wound.
I texted her, I called her, I emailed her.
Sealed up and cleaned up.
I went way above and beyond.
I learned a lesson. I will never board at a private backyard facility.
Take care of your animals and go visit them when you're supposed to.
And certainly not through one I find on Craigslist.
Ms. Pickrell, you rented a room in an apartment that was either owned or rented by the defendants. And it is your claim that it didn't work out, but it didn't work out in a sort of uncross your arms. It didn't work out in an almost unseemly way. And you were told to leave the apartment. You had already paid your rent for the month of May. Were the authorities called?
Yes, the authorities were called on the 23rd until
of May.
Until the 27th of May. Every day until I was forced out of the residence.
Okay. And what you want is you want your rent back because you had already paid June's rent?
Yes, correct.
And what was the rent they were charging you for the room?
$650 for the room.
When had you moved in? In what month?
I moved in March 1st, 2015.
So March was okay?
Yes, March was fine.
And then you moved your boyfriend in?
Yes, he is staying there.
But with their permission, they charged him an extra $100 a month for increased utilities.
Yes.
When did you move your boyfriend in?
He moved in towards the middle of March. And
then they accepted your rent for April?
Yes.
Is it correct that you accepted her rent for April?
Yes.
That's either a yes or a no.
No.
He says yes, you say no. You want to discuss it with each other?
Because she has the dates wrong. She moved in April, not March.
Could you please answer my question? Did she pay April's rent?
Yes.
Yeah, she paid the first rent.
Did you?
That's the month she moved in.
I'm only going to listen to one of you. Who's
Okay.
going to tell me the truth? Figure it out.
Lorna, if you're getting the dates wrong, you can say yes.
She paid April's rent, which you accepted, $650.
Yes.
And she paid May's rent,
Yes.
$650.
Yes.
And did she pay April's rent by check or cash?
Check.
And did she pay May's rent by check or cash?
Check.
Check. And did she pay June's rent?
No.
You have check to show me for June?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
It was not a rent for the month. It was a deposit, security deposit. I clearly explained that to her from the beginning.
I don't care what you explained. I want to see the check.
Okay.
I have all three right here, Your Honor.
May I see them, please?
This does state that it was last month. I gave it.
Could I just see what you have? Perfect. Well, April 3rd, you have $500 for rent, okay? Then it went up to $650. Is that because the boyfriend moved in?
That's because I gave her the $150 in cash. I only have the check for the $500 for the last month.
So you have March 31st, and March 31st was for
April.
April?
Yes.
And then I have April 3rd. Why would you pay her March 31st and then April 3rd?
That was a security deposit.
I'm sorry.
It's because she wanted an additional $650 for her last month's rent in case anything was to come up, and that's that check.
Or for security. Doesn't
Yes.
make any difference. Perfect. And then I have on May 1st, but what I don't have is June. Where is June?
June is right.
You could either have June or you can have this as security deposit. Which was it? It can't be June.
Security deposit was not $650. She added $150, and that's what I did give her in cash. That's
fine.
rent.
But so you did not pay June's rent.
I did, and I wrote last month's in the memo. I wrote last month.
Either you paid security or you paid last month's rent.
I paid last month's rent.
Okay, fine. You paid last month's rent when you first moved in. Is that what you're telling me? Is that how you evaluated it? That you paid last month's rent when you first moved in? You paid no security deposit?
I paid last month's rent in the middle, and that was April 3rd, because she wanted to bring that up in the middle.
You can't have it both ways. Either you paid last month's rent or you paid security deposit. Which one was it?
Last month's rent.
Fine. So there's no security deposit. Now, and you moved out in May. So you want your 1 month's rent back, which is $650.
Correct.
There's a claim here for filing a false restraining order against you. Is that correct?
Yes.
But you all went to mediation with regard to that. Am I also correct?
Yes.
And you resolved that case with a mediator. Is that also correct?
Yes.
So I'm not entertaining that unless they filed another restraining order against you. Did they?
No.
So that case is resolved. The next part of the case that I'm going to entertain is your property. Now, when you moved in, what property did you move in with?
I moved in a queen-size bed.
Okay. Where is her bed?
Moved everything out.
She took it with her.
She took it with her. How did she take it with her?
She was moving out for 2 days.
She had 2 days. She took
That's
2
not
days to
correct,
move all
Your
her
Honor.
stuff out.
He helped her.
I even helped her.
I have a video of them forcing me out, Your Honor, if I could play it.
Yeah, after her sister barged in her apartment.
Absolutely. I would like to see
And
it.
broke everything and beat him up.
Listen to me. I don't see a counterclaim here. I'm going to look at the video. He says he helped her move. Just a second. Tell me on what date this video was taken.
This was May 27th, and this was around 8:30 p.m.
On what date do you claim you helped her move her stuff out? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. On what date do you claim you move her things out? What date?
I don't remember exactly.
I want you to remember
dates.
exactly. We're not talking about something that happened 20 years ago. On what date did you help her move her things out?
It was a year ago.
Last year. It was.
Remember the day of the week, Marty. Remember the day of the week.
It was
Remember
a
what
Tuesday?
happened exactly.
It was a Tuesday.
Okay, let's see.
Your Honor, I do have a receipt here. The police advised me to purchase a new doorknob with a lock.
Don't tell me what the police advised you. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, shortly after that you moved out. Did you move out that day?
That night, I was physically forced out.
Okay. Did you ever go back to the apartment?
I went back on May 29th with a police escort to retrieve my belongings, and they served me with a temporary restraining order and said the room was empty.
Okay, fine. Very good. Uncross your arms.
I'm not feeling good.
Okay, then you can sit down. On what day were you served a protective order?
It was like the following day after she left.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with her on the 20?
Yeah, she came. Sorry.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with her?
Yes.
Do you remember the police going through the apartment and her room?
Yeah, they went in.
Easy to verify with the precinct. Was it before the police came or after the police left or while they were there that you helped her move out her bed? Look at me.
It was before.
It was before. So
Yeah,
it was,
it was 2 days.
So it was between the 27th when that scuffle went on and she left the apartment and the 29th. So it had to be the 28th.
Yes.
It had to be the 28th that you say you were helpful with her and helped her move her property out. I just want to understand that that's what you're telling me. It's a good thing she sat down.
Yeah.
She would have been falling down. You see, if she was standing up next to you, then maybe you would have some support. So let me see what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that you had this sort of scuffle with her, that you filed a protective order against her because of this,
Yes.
so that she could not come back to the residence. But the next day, she came back to the residence on the 28th.
No, I'm sorry.
No. Sit. No.
You have
Sit.
not let us
did you hear?
talk.
Did you hear what I said? I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3.
No, I'm sorry, but you're not letting us talk. This is not even what happened. You got all the You have all the dates wrong, everything wrong.
Out. You want to sit down and be quiet?
Okay, believe whatever
Good.
you want.
Perfect. Now, your answer. I'm not even dealing with her complaint. Your answer talks about all the dates, those 27th, 28th. So you want me to believe that after this kerfuffle, which occurred on the 27th of May, and the police came back on the 29th, I assume that you have a report that they went with you?
Yes.
May I see it? That in between those 2 days, you, being the nice guy that you are, helped her move her furniture out of the room. That's what you want me to believe.
Yes, I helped her move her stuff. I never threw any of her stuff away.
You may not have. Now, Mr. Torres, whether the $650 was the last month's rent, which was June, or security deposit, you do not have a counterclaim, which means that there is no claim made by you that there was any damage caused by her to the house, to the apartment.
Yeah, we do. We got the evidence right here.
Just a second.
We got all the pictures.
Just a second. Hand down. I don't have a counterclaim, sir. I don't care what you have there. There is no counterclaim here for damage.
Well, what is a counterclaim?
We just wanted her out. We didn't want nothing
Listen
to do
to
with
me.
her.
We don't ever see her again.
We just
Would you
wanted
put
her out.
please.
Sure.
Can I just
Put
ask
her
for
out.
5 minutes?
Put her out.
2 minutes.
Put her out.
Want to say,
Put her out.
explain her
Put her
story
out.
for 2 minutes because I feel like you're
Out.
manipulating.
Out.
You're manipulating
Out.
the situation
Out.
with your questions.
Out.
Come this way.
This is ridiculous.
You have no counterclaim for any damage, which you would have had to have served her to say she's not due back the $650, which we're claiming a security deposit because she caused damage to her room that we are going to be responsible for. You did not file that against her. Therefore, she's entitled to her rent/security deposit back because she lived there a certain amount of months.
She never
And
signed anything though. We had a verbal agreement where she had a cat that she didn't even have a pet deposit for.
Mr. Torres, listen to me carefully, sir. Counterclaim.
We're taking it out of her security.
You did not take it out of her security deposit because no court said you could take it out of her security deposit. That's what we're here for. And since you didn't file a counterclaim, she's entitled to her $650 back. Now the only thing that I have to determine is whether I believe she got all of her property back.
Your Honor.
What?
I do have a receipt that shows at 3:22 on May 27th, I purchased a whole new doorknob and lock.
I
So
don't care.
locked my
I
property
told you
in.
before I don't care about the doorknob and lock. All I care about is the furniture. Now, the question is, when you went to mediation on the protective order, did the mediator discuss your furniture?
No, they did not discuss my furniture. They said I should proceed with that in small claims court.
With regard to your furniture?
Yes, with my property.
Furniture. All I'm interested in is furniture.
Furniture, yes.
You left, your sister was there, there were certain things that were packed in her car. As far as I'm concerned, that's all I care. Your sister came over that
Yes.
night and packed things in her car, but she didn't
Right,
pack
yeah.
your bed in your car.
No.
Now, did you get your bed back?
No, I did not.
What other furniture didn't you get back?
It was my bed. I had this little desk, and also it wasn't furniture. The rest was just clothing and bathroom
Just the
belongings.
bed and the desk?
Yes.
Where'd you get the bed from?
I got the bed from a family friend. She gave me a bed, so I don't have a
And
receipt.
fine, and the desk?
A family friend, too.
Great. Okay. You owe us $650. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You had a sister. Your sister lived in California. You and your wife lived in Florida. Your sister became ill and she was diagnosed with cancer. You and your wife relocated from Florida. Are you retired?
No, not retired.
Did you get a new job in California?
My wife is a contractor, so we move around quite a bit.
So you came to California and you had another project
Correct.
in California. Okay. And how long was that project for?
It's ongoing still.
So you moved to California because you had a new project.
Correct.
Okay, well, then this is sort of misleading, Mr. Riley. I'll get to the whole thing. This is probably going to be more interesting than I even thought it was going to be. This is a situation. Your sister was sick in California. You came to California. You led me to believe in your complaint that you and your wife gave up your life in Florida to come to California to minister to your ill sister. That's what I get from. That's what I got from your complaint.
Very much
Now
true.
it appears that you have a contracting job, and even though your sister is no longer with us, that contracting job is ongoing because that's what you and your wife do. So it was probably a combination of both things. In any event, you came to California with your wife for a job, which you're still doing, and you're still living in California.
Yes.
Still living in California,
Still in
even though
California.
your sister's not here anymore.
Correct.
Right.
We're from California originally.
It doesn't matter. I was just misled by the complaint. Maybe it was my own silly misreading
I'd
of
love
it.
to clarify if I could.
They saw
But
work here.
I didn't ask you a question.
Sorry. Sorry, Your Honor.
In any event, your sister was here. She came to live with you for a while. She was ill. She was getting treatment while you were in California. And you are her closest living relative.
Yes.
Closest biological living relative.
No. Physically close. Yes. Biologically, we have 6 siblings.
Oh, but she didn't live with any of the other
No,
siblings.
she lived by herself until she lived with us.
She was a single lady,
Correct.
no children.
Never married, no kids.
And the defendant is her cousin.
Correct.
So you took care of her, drove her to her doctor's appointments, did whatever had to be done. Sister
For
passes.
months, I may add. For months. Years.
Months, years,
Just so you know.
whatever, for months. You did all of those things, and your sister unfortunately succumbed to cancer. She passed away, and when her will was read, to your surprise, you were not made beneficiary of any part of the estate. Her entire estate went to her cousin, Miss Wells, as the beneficiary, but your sister did a double whammy. She made you the trustee.
Correct.
Okay, and that, I assume, Mr. Riley, if you and I are being honest with each other, was both irritating to you and probably to your wife, who was very anxious to talk to me before.
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Wasn't irritating.
It was irritating, but not for the reasons you say. It was not monetarily driven. I care for my sister. It was,
I understand.
It was a surprise. It's always just
It was
a surprise.
It was a surprise. In any event, there was ongoing acrimony between you and Miss Wells. That is clear from both your complaint and her answer. But this is what your complaint is about, because it's the only thing that your complaint can be about. You ultimately turned over the trust to Miss Wells because you didn't want to be involved in it anymore.
No, not
There
true.
had been-
Not true. She didn't like the way I was handling the trust, and she
Right. She
stripped
didn't
me of my
like as
trustee duties.
beneficiary the way you were handling the trust. And she said in her mind you were dissipating the trust. And since she was the beneficiary of the trust and a together person, she said, I can take care of this myself and I'll spend the money differently.
With 3 different attorneys, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
6 months.
Doesn't matter.
That's me.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you see? What you're doing now is demonstrating just how irritated you
I'm
still
sorry.
are.
I get emotional about my sister's death still. I'm sorry.
Well, this isn't about your sister's death. This is about money.
Okay.
If you were emotional about your sister's death, then you would have said, you know, my sister died. She knew how she felt. It was her money. She felt, for whatever reason, either close to Miss Wells or she felt that Miss Wells needed the money more than you did, that you and your wife were doing okay. For whatever reason, it was her money. That's what she decided to do with it. So
Absolutely.
when people pass away, whether it be a parent or a grandparent or whatever, and you as a relative don't think that you're getting the appropriate love from the deceased by way of monetary reward, it's irritating. Happens all the time. And you're not unusual for that.
But that's
But this is what you're not unusual for that. But this is what your case is about.
It's not.
After
Sorry.
Miss Wells took over the trust and finally got into the condo that was very much in dispute, she found that there were certain things missing from the condo. And as a result of that, she notified the insurance company because evidently your sister had homeowners insurance. She found laptop missing. She found someone had purposely damaged a sleep member bed.
I really want to speak to that if you let me.
Just a second. No. Whatever it is, she found certain things missing in her mind. And she made a complaint to the insurance company, filed a claim with the insurance company, who did it, as they have to, an investigation before they pay out a complaint. And when you call the adjuster who is going to examine your complaint, what she did, and I assume she did make a police report.
Yes, indeed. Name me as culprit.
Okay. Can I see a copy of that police report?
No, because I don't have a copy. Do you have a copy?
I do have a copy.
May I see it?
You were denied a copy?
I was denied a copy because I was the culprit.
Put her out. She's annoying me. She doesn't learn. Not a free-for-all. It's an out.
Come on.
Oh, I beg
It's
your
an
pardon.
outie.
Pardon me. Thank you.
No, you can stay.
Thank you. Sorry, Your Honor.
Forgive me, Your Honor. It's very difficult to find, but I do have it. Here it is.
Give it to Officer Byrd, please.
May I ask what date that was filed?
Okay. So what she says in this Sheriff's Department report, have you seen it?
I have not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what it says.
I appreciate that.
It says she inherited the apartment from her cousin who passed away. Prior to moving in, she says where she lived, and she had seen photos of the apartment, she the defendant, and its contents, and through email exchanges prior to her cousin's passing away. On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment.
Sorry, when?
She looked around on May 26, 2016.
Your Honor,
That's
may
what
I
it-
correct that? I didn't move
Just,
there. I was
I'm
only
reading,
walking.
listen to me, don't correct anything. I'm reading to him what the police report says.
Yes.
If it said something and it wasn't accurate, you should have corrected it at the time.
Oh, yes.
On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment. She looked around and inventoried the items in the apartment. She saw items were missing from the apartment that she had previously seen in photos. She believes another cousin of hers, Thomas Riley, who had access to the apartment prior to Anna's arrival, entered and damaged the mattress on the bed by cutting out a portion of it with an unknown object.
She's lying.
She also believes he took various other items from the apartment. She does not know for certain if Thomas took the items or damaged the mattress, but she stated she was in a battle with Thomas over being appointed trustee of her cousin's estate. Anna did not desire prosecution and did not want Thomas contacted over the matter. She stated Thomas is emotionally unstable and did not want to aggravate him.
Right.
Anna wanted the matter documented for insurance purposes.
If I may.
You don't have to. I'm formulating a picture. Do you understand?
I understand.
And as very often happens in a legal landscape, the landscape is changing, Mr. Riley.
True.
And it's changing in your favor, sir.
Okay.
Now you got a windfall. You inherited this apartment and whatever money was left in the estate, if there was any. If it had happened to me, I wouldn't have looked at draperies, 2 sets, 92 inches, $650. Sleep number bed, king size, model 1, $6,000. Moen brand shower heads, $2,000. A Galaxy Pro Tab. Dishes, $350. Bissell Pro Heat Steam for the floor. White bleach cruiser bicycle. A purse for $1,000. How much in total did you get from the insurance company?
$16,000, Your Honor. I have
Just a second. $16,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
None of which actually you paid for.
Correct. Yes.
All of which your cousin paid for.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. And the single most expensive item was a sleep number bed.
Correct.
And you gained access to the apartment in May of 2016. I said gained access to the apartment. That's what it says in the police report. It says Anna moved to the apartment.
Your Honor, was the first time I was ever at the apartment.
June
24th.
June 24th. This is my problem with you. Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting ready for the problem.
No, I can explain.
No, you can't. There is no way you can explain it to me. Because if I came in and I found all of those things missing and found the $6,000 bed destroyed, I would have made a police report that day.
Your Honor,
Just a second. I would have made a police report that day. You made a police report 2 months later and were very, very clear that you were making the police report for insurance purposes only. Made it very clear to the police.
Your Honor, I can explain the dates. I didn't understand that I had to make the report from that location. I left because I had appointments and I was working full-time.
How old are you?
Well, hate to say,
listen,
I'm old enough. I'm old enough.
Nothing that you can say to me, Zippo, that you can say to me after being involved with him for an extended period of time in a contentious situation, that if you walked into the apartment and you found somebody had taken a knife to a $6,000 bed, that you wouldn't have called the police right away. Right away.
I called my attorney. Actually, I was on the phone with my attorney, and she told me,
don't tell me what
picture.
She told you. Listen to me. I'm not interested in what she told you. That's hearsay. There is no way that you would not have made a police report. Now, what is his case about? His case is about the following. As a result of you making this statement, and in order to clear his name with the insurance company, because the insurance company paid you.
Yes.
You have
wanted to
part
collect from me.
That's why you hired the attorney. I understand. I said the landscape
Your
is
Honor.
changing. The landscape is changing. Do you understand?
I do. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, the insurance company told me to take my time in making the report.
Just a second. Don't tell me what the insurance company told you. That's hearsay. Second,
Yes.
because I heard you, I don't believe you.
No, I had to investigate and get all of the pictures.
I don't believe you. Let's be clear.
Okay.
I don't believe you. So you paid
$800
for
to
legal
my attorney.
fees. You have a copy of the bill.
I do.
I'd like to take a look
Your
at
Honor,
it.
I have pictures to show the
Speak not.
condo.
Speak not. Police report. The day you found it. Not interested in your pictures. Not interested in your request for $2,000 more
When I
for
called
the
the
deductible.
department.
Not interested.
Okay.
Did you sell the condo?
Yes, I had to.
Don't tell me had to. Did you sell the condo?
I sold the condo, yes.
Okay, let's see. You sold the condo for how much?
$4,075.
407.
The net was $120.
So you got 100. Shh.
Yes.
Don't speak. You got $120,000.
Yes. And I had and
just-
to that point, I had paid $75,000 in mortgage fees, HOA fees, late fees,
Great.
interest,
so you still are
insurance,
$75,000.
utilities.
Hey, you're still $75,000 in the plus column.
Yes.
Plus $16,000 from insurance.
Yes.
I know exactly what happened. $800. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your counterclaim is dismissed. We're done.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Campos, what do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer,
Where?
San Antonio, Texas. Hope you don't use that against me.
No, I'm going to hold your lawsuit against you because it's stupid.
Well, to me, it's personal, and if you got a bad haircut, I'm sure you would be happy.
It's stupid. Your lawsuit's stupid. And I actually am surprised. I didn't know what you did for a living, so I'm actually surprised that You acknowledge that you were a lawyer. I would have thought that a lawyer had more respect for courts than to bring this kind of lawsuit, which I'm going to outline very briefly. You went to the defendant to have your hair cut. Whatever hair you have left, you wanted to have cut. And she cut your hair too short, so you're suing her for $5,000. Now, that's a ridiculous lawsuit. It's a ridiculous waste of judicial time. Only thing is, this is a television courtroom, so we actually have fun doing sometimes ridiculous cases, which I'm sure is the reason you came here.
Well, no, in America, we entitle different
Just a
opinions.
second. Listen to me. Mr. Campos, this is not an audition, and I've already got the job. Got it?
Got it.
Did you pay for the haircut?
Yes, I did.
How much did you pay for the hair?
$10.
And when you paid the $10, she had already cut your hair.
Yes, she had shaved my head.
Just a second. She had already cut your hair.
Yes.
And when did you get this short haircut?
It was a couple of days before Christmas, about December 21st.
And right now we're 3 months later, and is this the usual length of your hair?
Yes, it is. Shaved my head.
Great. Now you're going to show me a picture of what your head looked like after the defendant cut your hair. Okay. She gave you a very short haircut. It's not shaven, but it's very, very short.
It wasn't a haircut, it was a shave.
Impossible. Did you use a razor on his head? No, of course not. That's not a razor.
And ma'am,
Sam Jackson's hair is cut with a razor.
No, ma'am.
No.
I didn't accuse her of using
Just
a razor.
listen
I
to
did
me.
an electric shaver's what she used.
Right. That's fine.
Your Honor.
Okay, just a second. Not necessary. And it took probably about 3 weeks for your hair to grow out.
Your opinion, I don't know, maybe a month.
Whatever. It took a month for your hair to grow out. And were you working during that time, Mr. Campos?
No,
That's
it was,
just a second. Were you working? That's a yes or a no during that month.
well, I'm self-employed, so some
Just
days
a
I work,
second.
some days I don't. Yes,
So
I was working.
The answer you were working. And you didn't work over the Christmas holidays.
I wasn't
so
claiming lost
I'm-
wages.
Mr. Campos, it's not an audition, sir.
I'm not
I don't think you're
auditioning, I'm
cute.
just
I don't
responding
think-
to what you
I don't
say.
think you're cute.
I'm not trying to be cute.
Great.
You're
Good.
trying to be cute.
Good.
You are cute.
Mr. Campos, you are absolutely correct. That's why I have the job, and you get $10, and that's the judgment of the court. Goodbye.
You
We're
don't want to hear
done.
the facts?
We're done. Ms. Griffin, it is your claim that the defendant who you had hired on several occasions to do hair straightening for you straightened your hair the last time, and as a result of straightening your hair, you lost some hair, and you want to be compensated for that to the tune of $5,000. She says that she used the same product on you each of the 3 times you came to her salon, that the reason, in all probability, that you suffered hair loss is that you had your hair braided in between the second and third treatment that you had. And she has indicated that she has proof that you had hair braiding done between those 2 times, probably why you suffered hair loss. I assume that neither of you have a doctor or an expert here. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, the first time you went to the defendant's salon was on what date to have hair straightened?
Approximately June the 23rd.
Of what year?
2016.
And when was the second time?
August 17th.
How long have you been going to her salon?
Since June of 20.
In June of 2016, was that the first time you had had your hair straightened?
Approximately for 3 years prior to that.
So you had had your hair straightened 3 years before?
Yes.
At what salon?
Her salon.
How many times?
Maybe 10.
And then you stopped for 3 years?
Yes.
Why?
Her prices were high, and I wanted to go natural.
But then you went back?
Yes.
Because for the 10 times she had done it, you were satisfied?
Yes.
When was the third time you had it done?
Approximately October the 20th.
Between June 21st and October 20th, did you have your hair braided?
No.
Did you have any other process done to your hair?
Shampoo and wash only.
Where?
At Plaza Salon.
When was that?
Approximately September the 4th, I did the first roller set.
So it wasn't just a shampoo. You had your hair set
with rollers.
Shampooed and set. Mm-hmm. And when was the next time you had your hair shampooed and set at the Plaza Salon?
Approximately November the 5th.
And when for the first time did you complain to the defendant that you were having trouble with hair loss? On what date?
Approximately December the 18th to the 20th, somewhere around there of 20.
Well, So let me understand this. You had your hair relaxed for the third and final time.
Yes.
October 20th, October to November, November to December. So 2 months later was the first time that you complained to her that you were having hair loss problems.
That's when I called her because of the way. Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
And in between that time, you went to another salon.
Early part of November.
Did you go back, just for my own curiosity, did you go back to the other salon after November 5th?
No.
Why not?
I usually go to the salon when I have something major going on. I had a baby shower that weekend. That's why I went and got the roller set. After that, I didn't have any major engagements to go to. So I put it in a ponytail, and that's how I wore it for up until I started coming out really bad. I couldn't tell how it was coming out because it was in a ponytail. And when I combed it, I could just see hair coming out.
What else do you have to tell me?
That the product that she used, she stated I only had to have a relaxer every 2 months. But the last relaxer in October that she gave me was different. The way she put it in my hair, she kept combing it, asking me, was it burning? And she never did that the prior 2 times. And the hair started coming out because I needed to have a relaxer before the 2 months. I needed it within 4 to 6 weeks, not the 2 months, because it was different.
You have no case. You have no case.
Okay.
This is what I'm getting. You went to the defendant 10 times and you were satisfied. Then you stopped. You didn't go back for 3 years. Then you went back in June. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in August. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in October. You were perfectly satisfied. In between those dates, you went to another salon and had other work done on your hair.
No chemicals.
Yep. I don't care whether they were chemicals or not, but for 2 months. 2 months. I mean, if you were talking about, and I have never had my hair relaxed. I never had any reason to do that. But I know what having a perm is, because we used to get those as kids. We used to give each other perms, and there were times when I got them. So that's a chemical that you put on your hair, very similar to a relaxer. It just goes the other way. One makes it curly, one makes it straight. If your hair gets burnt and your scalp gets burnt, you know it right away, not 2 months later. Somebody puts something on your scalp to relax your hair or to curl your hair and it burns. You know it burns right away. The same way color burns. If someone puts color on your hair and you're allergic to that color, you're going to know it right away, not 2 months later. Unless you have an expert witness to testify that it could take 2 months to show hair loss from a chemical burn. That's what we're talking about.
It didn't take 2 months. It took that for all of my hair to come out. It was coming out as the time went on.
You took 2 months because that's the first time you called her. And she would have to be a psychic to know that you were having hair trouble before you called her. To me, if I went in to have a perm or color and my hair was burned, I would call the next day and I would say, gee, my scalp is burning, it's itching, it's on fire, something is wrong that you put on my hair. But you didn't have any of that. And you went and had your hair shampooed and rollered without any complaint. So you have no case. Now, on the flip side of that, you have a counterclaim.
I do.
And I'd like to see what the counterclaim is. You say that she slandered your business.
She's been slandering me. I am a master educator, stylist, also.
I want to see physically what you are complaining about.
Okay. Well,
what
here's
she
a letter
said
from PBS. She's just going around the city. Just,
well, I don't.
It stops sales and business.
Well, I don't know that. And you have no evidence of any. I just would like to see it. What is this?
Well, he is the owner of the salon. So when he got the information.
Listen to me.
From other.
This is hearsay. It's not admissible. You want to show me slander? You show me something that she wrote, someplace that she published something that was untrue about you. I'll be more than happy to see it.
She blocked me from her Facebook.
Well, then I can't help you, Miss Childers.
Well, that's it. She's been slandering my name. I don't
know that.
I know. I understand what you're saying.
You know, just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because she says that you burned her, it doesn't make it true. What? Tell me your name.
Marie Adams.
Miss Adams, how do you know her?
I've been getting my hair done by Cola since 2006.
Okay. And do you know Miss Griffin?
No, I don't.
Have you ever met her before today?
No, I haven't.
What is she going to testify to? She's never met her and she doesn't know her.
It's all over that Diane.
We're done. You need proof. You need a witness that heard her say something. You need something that she published for people to read. This is hearsay. This is from somebody who you could have brought instead of her, right?
It couldn't come.
I guess so. Okay, we're done. Thank you. You have no case against her, madam, because you have no proof that anything that she did to you caused your hair loss. None. And she doesn't have any proof of slander, although in all probability you've been going around telling people that your hair came out because of something she did, but she had no proof of that. Okay, wait. Thank you. Now, when you lived together for these 18 months, when he moved in, how old was the child that you have together?
She was not born yet. She was born.
So you conceived that child during the 18-month period?
That is correct.
Which means that you lived together as a couple.
Correct.
I'm not interested in his piece of the rent. Do you understand? Do we have anything else? Late fees for what?
It was a debit card that I had that was blocked, and I had to have it reordered due to the fact that someone was calling in using my information, including my PIN number.
What month?
The later month of July, early August.
That was after you had already broken up?
Yes.
Okay, did you do that?
No, ma'am.
So you didn't use her credit card after the two of you split up?
No, I had no access to it.
Okay, prove it to me, Ms. Hazel. Prove to me that he used your credit card, your debit card, after the two of you broke up. I don't care what happened before. You were living as a family. After you broke up, after July.
After July, the only thing that I have is showing that my particular debit card was compromised.
I need proof that he did it. He says he didn't.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you have no case. So your case is dismissed. Now he has a counterclaim. He has a counterclaim for an unpaid loan. Now let's deal with an unpaid loan. This is what I'm getting from your papers, Mr. Holliday.
Yes, ma'am.
Of an unpaid loan. You borrowed money from your aunt.
Yes, ma'am.
And gave that money to the plaintiff because there were outstanding bills.
Well, it was at the time that when they was going to court because the landlord was subleasing the out.
Listen to me. Was that while you were still living together?
No, ma'am.
It's not. You had already moved out.
No, it was actually on the tail end of it, right before she...
Just to answer my question, sir.
No, ma'am.
Were you still living together when you gave her the $1,000?
No, ma'am.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Then I want you to tell me about this $1,000. He's out of the house. You say, I kicked him out of the house in July.
Yes.
Okay. So?
Okay.
You gave her $1,000?
So, Your Honor, basically what was going on is I needed help. I just basically needed him to, I asked him to pray for me at first.
Just a second. You said in your complaint that you kicked him out of the house in July because you had enough of him, you had enough of, he finally got a job, they garnished his wages for child support because he had a child support order that he wasn't paying, so they garnished his wages. According to your complaint, I'm going to read it to you. When they became a source of conflict in our relationship, he wasn't contributing. I finally had enough and told him he needed to pay all the rent he owed me or get out. He accused me of cheating on him. That was the last straw. I kicked him out of the apartment.
Correct.
How come he gave you money?
Due to the fact that we have a daughter together, and he actually moved back in with his parents. So he couldn't help as far as making sure that our daughter had a shelter. So I'm the only one that could be able to provide our daughter with a shelter. So to help out with what was going on, he actually ended up giving me $1,000 in which I used towards the rent to be able to remain in the home that I'm currently living at.
Do you work?
I am an
The answer is yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
In
July.
In July. Tell me about it. That's your counterclaim.
Basically, she
Not basically. I don't want
She was telling me that, far as with the landlord subleasing it out to her and the main landlord came up to an agreement where her and the kids can stay there. She didn't have the money at the time, so I borrowed the money from my aunt and made sure they had a roof over their head. No, I just wanted one, the one that I asked for, because one of the TVs I bought was for her daughter.
Good. And
she just all of a sudden, she just stopped talking to me, period. Didn't want to socialize with me.
I don't want. Okay, now I got it. Okay, well, good. So you gave her $1,000. Pay your rent back. What's next? You want your 2 TVs back?
No, I just wanted one, the one that I asked for, because one of the TVs I bought was for her daughter.
As a gift?
Yes, ma'am.
And the other one?
It was mine. It was in our room.
Who purchased it?
I did.
With what money?
When I was in a car accident.
What do you mean you were in a car?
I was in a car accident one day going to work, and my settlement ended up coming through when I was out of work. I ended up buying a television for the room.
Do you still have the television?
Yes, I do have that television. It's my television.
Who paid for it?
Mr. Holliday paid for it.
Good. Within 5 days, you'll have an order that you can retrieve your TV. Are we finished here? Good. Thank you very much. We're done. Ms. Sonkrant, this used to be your boyfriend. It's not your boyfriend anymore. While he was your boyfriend, the two of you went on holiday together, decided to get matching tattoos. He didn't have any money. You laid out the money for his tattoo.
Yes.
Sometime way after that, he used your credit card to purchase furniture. So there was a loan for furniture for his apartment.
Yes.
He still hadn't paid you for the tattoo, right?
Correct.
Forget about the tattoo. Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes.
Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes, but it's covered.
But what?
It's covered.
It's covered with what?
Writing.
What did it say?
It was a K with the heart, like a king.
It's what?
K with the heart.
Oh, with a K with a heart. Is that your name?
No, it was king and then mine was queen.
I really have to get my hearing checked. I swear. Everybody better go to articulation classes.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, now, you moved into an apartment, you didn't have any furniture. And how did you get furniture?
Correct.
What did she say?
For me. Ms. Sonkrant offered to get, she knew that I didn't have any furniture, so we went to the furniture store, and she helped me pick it out, basically.
Okay, great. And do you remember how much it was?
Not off the top of my head, no.
But you were making payments on it.
Not really.
You never made any payments on it?
No.
Never?
No.
Really? When was it purchased? In what month?
I would say September-ish, yeah.
And it was bought on credit?
Yes.
How much was it?
It was $2,235.54.
What kind of work were you doing, Mr. Nichols?
Worked in a factory. I was a machine operator.
Still there?
No.
What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm currently looking for a job.
So you don't have a job?
No.
And what kind of furniture did she buy you?
It was a Serta mattress, king size, and the bed frame, and the TV.
And you have a new girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you watch the TV with your new girlfriend?
Yes.
And you sleep on the mattress and the frame?
Yes.
You think it's right that the plaintiff pay for that?
I mean, it was a gift.
It might have been. I'm just asking you if you think it's right that she pay for it. Now, Miss Sonkrant.
Yes.
When did you and Mr. Nichols